Makhosi JT, how are you? I hope you're doing very well. What are you saying? Is it Gogo Chili? What are you saying? Makhosi, Makhosi. Yes, yes. Well, at least you made me relax now. I'm relaxed. Yes. It's those days where we giving advice. Oh, not only giving advice, we're talking about spiritual things. Talking about this with like-minded people like us, and we just talking, isn't it? As well as fluid and just fluid. Okay, all right. So you are Abalozi. So that is good. That is good. That's what we need. People flying. Makhosi, Dombi. Okay. Now I've got my phone that I can see things properly. I don't have to. This is what I'm used to. Yes. Uh-huh. Okay. And Mayete. Yes, Makhosi, Makulu, Abalozi. Yes, yes, yes. Makhosi, Bukosini. Now we are with your people. We are with your people, Bukosini. So hopefully we'll learn a lot from you and your Makhosi people. So yes, so it's one of those days, isn't it, when we're just talking about spiritual things and Makhosi Jian. Yes, we're talking about spiritual things and Makhosi spirit. Oh my gosh, you know what I actually do these days when I'm coming on this live session and I'm doing the advice session? I literally forget to invite my people before to come and be with me on this session. Even today I was like running around, I forgot about that bit. So I think Makhosi Abalozi, Makhosi Amakolo, they will forgive me for this and they will run towards me and be able to help me on this session without me opening with them. Makhosi Awagwi, yes, and Monkey, where you boo? I'm becoming a boo. Okay, Makhosi. Well, I guess we'll deal with it as it is, isn't it? We're dealing with different people, and yes. Ooh, so, I'm getting some love. I'm getting some love. I will take it. I'll take it with the kisses as well, and with the lipstick like the one I'm wearing. I'll take it, Makhosi. And okay. Okay, nice hairstyle, and Raji will take it. Thank you so much. Yes, beautiful dress. We are thankful for well, what am I saying? What am I saying? Gosh, this is the thing, isn't it? Yes, the Makhosi people, they come with different hairstyles. So we come like this from under the sea, right? I'm walking today with the people from the sea, the ocean people, the water spirit. So you'll see them like this with dreadlocks. They're copying, isn't it? The spirits, they copy us, isn't it? So they will come like this with dreadlocks. Makhosi. Okay, still trying to understand my Abalozi and how they show up in dreams, Makhosi. Okay, we'll get to you, Kosini. Okay, all right. You're in Jamaica, that's Monkey. Monkey, I'm not in Jamaica, but yes, yes, I guess the hair might make you think about Jamaica, isn't it? I'm not in Jamaica. I'm not in Jamaica. I'm dressed the same as you, actually. It must be damn beds. Ellen, we are from the same beds. One day you should do a live session with me, Gogo Chuli. I see you've been doing some live session. You should do some live session with me as well. Come here and we hear about it, isn't it? You can come and share your experiences. Remember that's what we're supposed to be doing. If your people they direct you towards here, we'll be happy to have you, so we can share the experiences. I enjoyed watching you in other channels, right? I've watched you, I think that was you. And I thought I liked what you were talking about. I think you were talking about something to do with trauma. It was you, isn't it? And I thought, oh, okay. Yes, 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 that was you. So I enjoyed that conversation. Yes, so it would be nice. You join us one day. That would be nice to hear from you, to have a session with you, just to hear how it is like and stuff. It would be nice to be connected, for people to connect us, Makhosi spirit willingly. Yes, yes. Yes, how do you know about the Makhosi spirit? Oh, actually, Makhosi spirit, they come in their own ways, isn't it? They come in beautiful ways, the sea water spirits. Remember, they don't come the same for everyone, isn't it? The Abalozi, they don't come the same for everyone. And remember that sometimes, actually, it will depend on whether your lineage, like direct line, you were Makhosi, right? Okay, I'm trying to put the Zulu word to and put it as with English words, isn't it? So it might sound not right. So like it depends as well. If you are the spirits are just coming with just your ancestors, right? Or they're coming with ancestors who are coming definitely directly from the kingship or the queenship lineage. Is it the royalties, right? So the dreams will be different from just someone with Abalozi, the ones that are coming with the Makhosi, the Makhosi one who are coming to you. They will be different if like someone who's coming from the direct lineage, right? Remember that Makhosi, as in the royals, right? The royals of the seawater. Makhosi spirits, Makhosi Abalozi, Makhosi Amakhulu, right? Depends if you're from Makhosi Amakhulu or just Makhosi, right? Now, so the way they will come to you or will appear to you, it will be different for everyone. It will be different. And as well, it will be different as if you have too many water spirits. They will try and separate themselves from the other water spirits. But they are of the sea, ocean. So they will use all those symbols that you find from the sea. They will use all the animals that you find in the sea. They'll work around the sea, the beach, and all those kind of things. The scenarios will be playing around that side. And remember the sea, the color of the sea, they'll bring it with that color as well. Because some people as well, what I've noticed, some people, before Abalozi come, instead of them just showing us the sea, they show like the blue, as in blue, the color of, sometimes you think it's the sky, but the blue, when you see that kind of blue color. And then, so if it is a cloth, it will turn into the water and kind of thing, like of the sea. So it's just them bringing their symbol as well. But they tend to want to show that they are coming from there. So you'll see the sea, you'll see the beach, you'll see things like that. Their dreams will be around that, because they want you to understand that these are sea water spirits that is coming to you. The marine spirit for some. Anyway, like it will be different with everyone. And a lot of us, for me, before I knew more about the spirits, was when people were coming to me, they were coming with ringing ears. The Abalozi, when they were ready to be activated, they were making sure that people hear ringing sounds, right? The ringing. So you know that someone needs to be activated. Yeah, that is the alarm bells. They are ringing. We are here, we are here, we are here, we are here, we are here. How do I actually put it? You know, like when a car is coming in and let's say you've locked the gate, the fence, you've locked the main gate, and there's someone within the family who's outside and they are hooting the bell because they want to come out and open the door, the gate, right? They are hooting out there. They're hooting, beep, 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 beep. Abalozi, they do the ringing. They want you to open the door for them to be activated. They come with that sound sometimes. Okay, all right, and the bird chirping as well, those kind of things. Okay. Okay. All right. Yes. 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 It was me going on about trauma. Yes. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Yes. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. I love the dress. I'm going out of the way. I loved it. Yes, I have to say. Yes, and the message as well. I loved it because a lot of us don't talk about trauma, isn't it? So we tend to just let things go, like as in we talk about like when we're dealing with things to do with trauma, we just talk about it as in a small thing. We don't actually pay too much attention to it, as the way you were explaining it, which was beautiful. Yes, like why we react in particular ways and stuff like that. Sometimes things to do with things and things that we hear from childhood and stuff like that. I enjoy that. Of course, Abalozi, they should better not. I feel like my nose is getting like that kind of thing. Okay, I recently dreamt about the sea, and a day later, and Tatemadi showed up in the dream. Okay, the outfits, even our bangles are matching. Due respect, Makhosi. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, we are coping and paste, spiritually coping and paste. So that is beautiful. Yes. So Makhosi spirit comes in different ways. Remember that as well, that Abalozi, they are ranked. They've got ranks. They've got ranks in there. Under the sea, they are ranking. They rank us as well as people. They rank us and they're ranked. Right? When I'm saying they're ranked, I mean that we don't just get the same Abalozi spirit. They go according to the ranks. It depends who's coming into you and who's coming to give you whatever that they're coming to give you. The gift that they're coming with is ranked. Even the color of the beads is they go according to the ranks. These colors of the beads from the Abalozi I'm talking about, they're ranked. Like they've got a specific purpose why we wear them, depending on the level that you're in, which is beautiful. So yes, we're learning a lot on this spiritual path as we're going on. Yes, yes, yes. Madi said, yes, he's done a lot. He's done a lot. Yes, spirituality is a beautiful thing, isn't it? On the spiritual path, and sometimes you're thinking about something and someone answer it in a different way, or sometimes something is worrying you and then you go somewhere and then it actually says a lot. It gives you more information about something that was worrying you. It's beautiful, isn't it, in the spiritual path? And when it comes to Abalozi dreams, remember that all these dreams, all these ancestor spirits and guides, now I'm talking about spirits. Now, all the spirits, when they come to you, when they show you something, all they just want you to do is follow back. Like you're seeing this dream, you don't understand it, you have to ask, what does that mean? Right? Remember, it's a two-way communication. What does that mean? I have seen this. What does this symbol mean? Because I think of it like this. Or I have seen these people. Who are they? And what does this mean when I see them in that way? So that your people can make you understand what it actually means when they are like that. What does it mean when they're like that and like that? They're standing like that. They're sitting down like that. They are not saying anything. Things like that. They can explain it to you properly. Like it means this. Now, when it comes to Abalozi spirit, remember that this is the spirit of Makhosi. It's the Makhosi spirit, the royalty bit. So they tend to, especially when they are coming in to make sure that you nicely activated, they don't come in like one, right? Remember royals, isn't it? You need to be treated with respect and different, right? I'm talking about as healers when we are being activated, when they're showing you that you're going through the process of activation. They have to do it with others, showing that as you, as someone with Abalozi spirit, when you're being activated, the treatment, it is special, it's different from other people's treatment. This is the royal people coming in, surrounding one of them, right? Even in the dream, it will show that now you're going to be treated as such. You should not be just sitting on just a chair. You should be sitting on a special chair. Remember this, I'm being metaphorical now. You should be sitting on a special chair, because as special as the spirit with the royals, remember the royals we're supposed to, the way that we treat them is different, isn't it? So even you in the dream state, when they are working on you and they are ready to activate you, they have to show you that as someone who's carrying that spirit, this is what they're gonna be. You suppose, remember that if you are self-initiating, the way they will treat you in the dream state, they will show you that if you're with someone, you should be treated with this kind of respect. So that's why when people are coming to us with Abalozi spirit or any other spirit, we're supposed to show them and encourage them to live according to what the spirit they're carrying is all about. Like, let's say, this is a special kind of thing, isn't it? This as a self-initiate, they're showing you, right? Like now in real life, what you're supposed to do. If you've got Mutrasana, you've got an initiate, or you're mentoring someone with Abalozi spirit, when you're dealing with them, you have to treat them special. Remember that as well, they wouldn't just come with just anyone. They have to be worthy for them to be taken out, to be activated, right? So when you have with Abalozi spirit, when you're activating them, you have to do all the tricks that you can do. Make sure that these people are coming in, you're showing it. Remember that sometimes we need to copy what we are seeing spiritually. Remember that I'm talking about self-initiate, what we see in dreams. Some things we can do it as we see them. But when we have people with us, when we have Abalozi spirits and we are getting them activated and we are talking with them, we need to remember that we are talking with the spirit of Makhosi. So even when we are dealing with the initiate or anyone that you are helping, when it is Abalozi spirit time, we have to show that, remember that you as well will be Makhosi person, isn't it? You'll be Makhosi Amakulu, like we some of us. So when you're treating someone, you will have to treat them and show them the respect that they should give the spirit and the respect that they should have themselves as a person with that Abalozi spirit. Right? Beautiful, beautiful. Anyway, that is just that. Okay, where are we? In Tabaloyi, in Kloli, okay. Makhosi. Interesting point of the levels or ranks of in Abalozi. Yes, they are ranked beautifully. I'm still learning about Abalozi. You know, is a spirit. Abalozi and Zunza is two spirits that you really, when you're learning about them, for me, I guess, it's taken me a long time. I'm always surprised with a lot of new information coming from Abalozi. Lebogang, Gogo, how do you, Makhosi Lebogang? Okay, what did I do now? Okay, let's see. What did I do? Oh, I did something. Okay, I'll go there. Okay, where was I? Gogo, how do Tsupe do Arakabiano? Because I'm struggling to connect with them. They come from my father's side, and I don't know my father. I don't know much about Tsupe. I did get someone with who is Ngakatsupe a long time ago, and he was trying to explain how Ngakatsupe worked. But according to the way that, if I were to explain it from my information, the one that they gave me about Ngakatsupe, is that when it comes to your work, I wouldn't know. To be honest, I wouldn't know how even the people who are coming to help you to deal with that, your gift of Ngakatsupe, how they will help you in that bit. I wouldn't know. It is one of the things that I haven't dealt with in like even with people with Ngakatsupe like that. I haven't been introduced to people with that, especially even Ngakatsupe. I haven't dealt with that, so I wouldn't know how to explain it. I'll be the wrong person to explain this bit, especially the Ngakatsupe bit. I can only explain it as it was explained, as in what Ngakatsupe is all about. But how they work and how you are activated, I don't know much about it. Mask, Maverick, Marcos, maybe my people, they will give me information now that I've said that. Marcos, Maverick. I'm late for the party. You are never late here. We're going to be here for some time. Well, meaning that if you're still talking. How do you know you have Abalozi spirits? Remember that with any spirits, if you're seeing dreams that looks like it is something to do with Abalozi, they will show you. I've given signs, isn't it? Signs that you've got, signs that will show that you've got Abalozi spirits, as it was given by the Abalozi. But there are too many signs. They gave me few, but you'll see. Let's say, because remember there are seawater spirits. So let's say you see seawater, and I don't know if there are other spirits out there for the sea, but the only spirit that I know of is Abalozi, right? So let's say you see the sea water and you see beaches and all those kind of things. When I'm saying beaches, I'm talking about the beach, isn't it? And you see things like that, and you are in seas, or you see people coming out of seas and stuff like that. So all you just have to do is ask a question. Your people will always reply to you. Remember, all the spirits will always give you information. If there's something in your dreams that you don't yet understand, or you are unsure of, especially when you don't know what spirit you're carrying, they should be able to be forthcoming with more information. Right? More information they should give you. Do I have Abalozi spirit, my ancestors? When you partner, do I have Abalozi spirits? Abalozi dreams will come in. Remember that a lot of us will know that the sea. Remember that you will know that Makhosi talked about sea. Now you're asking them direct question. They want you to be sure that you're talking about Abalozi spirit. They will bring the sea because you heard me talking about it. Then they'll bring other things related to the sea, and they will work around the scenarios around that site, then you know that you're Abalozi. But as well, remember that they are Makhosi ones, so they'll come with things to do. They will have these things of the kingship kind of thing, the king, like things for the royals and stuff like that. And you might see even people who are dressed up like they're royalties coming out of seas and stuff like that, and things like that. Remember that they will work around what you actually know, what you have learned, but now they want to confirm to you that what you already know, it is them. They will bring it like this. But then how they tell you that they are Abalozi, they can bring it a little bit, and you can hear people even talking in those dreams saying Abalozi, Abalozi. Oh, Abalozi, or Abalozi might come, things like that in the dream. So remember that their reason is not to confuse you, is to lead you towards what they want you to get. Even if they are going at a slow even if they are going at a slow pace, but they are leading you to what they want you to know, that it is them, it is not them. So if you've got Abalozi, they will lead you towards them. They might direct you a little bit, meaning that they give you a clue, a little bit of a clue, then you ask. They give you another clue, then you ask. Then they give you, boom, you've got them. But when they're ready to work on you, then they will be consistent now. They will start bringing information, and as well, Abalozi will be frequent in your dreams, and they will start working with you. And stuff like that. My cousin came directly, Kuku. They even gave me a song, an exchange of clothes. I feel proud. That's beautiful, Albert. That's beautiful. But the song is actually scaring me because it talks about going to big waters. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's a beautiful song. Oh, that's beautiful. There's nothing scary about going to big waters, right? You, Gogo Albakwi, Makhosi, you are a swimmer. I'm being spiritual. You, Gogo Albakwi, Makhosi, Yamakulu, Gogo Albakwi. You are a swimmer in all big waters, right? In all big waters. You become what they call it? You become the shark. In that sea, in that ocean, you should see yourself swimming like a shark, swimming like any seawater mammal, swimming like anything that goes into it, anything that you find within, even a crab, swimming like it. Because within the sea, you, Gogo Albak, you should be showing all your skills. Because you, within the sea or within big waters, you are in line with your Makhosi spirit. You within the sea, there is nothing there that you cannot do. You should be rescuing other people, getting people out of the way if people are in danger. That is you with your Abalozi spirit. Because within the sea, you are not to go out back with a physical living person. I'm talking about dream seas, right? The oceans in the dream. I'm not talking about real life things, because remember that if we start copying and pasting things that we see in the sea, I think that's what I cannot guarantee. In real life, you start. I'm talking about when you lucid dreaming and you're in your level within the sea. You are in line with that. You become Abalozi. You yourself become Abalozi within the sea, because remember, they are part. You are them. They are you. In that sea, you can swim. You can do all the sea animals' movements in there. But in real life, is a different thing. Remember, in real life is a different thing. That one, I do not want to be. Makhosi said we are Abalozi in the ocean. You are going there. You're saying you're going to end up being a crab, or you're going to be like a shark, or a seagull, or whatever you find within the sea. I'm talking about in dream state. In dream state, we become those animals. Because with Abalozi, that's what we become. That's why you see us in those big waters, and we are literally swimming like that. We are actually under there, inside the sea, right? Like deep within the ocean, because of Abalozi. That is what we become. We become the best swimmers, because remember that you can become anything that is in relation to that sea spirit. You can become one of them. You actually you can. It's not like you can become one of them. You become them, because they're activated. Even you should show those skills, but then when they're showing you that you can't swim and you're scared, it just means that you still are scared even in real life. There are things outside that you're still worried about, that obviously you're fearful, but they'll show you in this dream state that you are there, you're trying to swim within the sea, and you realize that I can't breathe, and then you're there, you kind of like feel like you're drowning, right? Because obviously in real life it is like that. But as well, you're not trusting them. You don't trust them to show you what you're capable of doing within the sea. So you drown, isn't it? You drown because you can't breathe, and then obviously the dream comes out where you kind of feel like you drowned, isn't it? Because even in real life, there are things that are making you drown. But remember, it's about trusting your spirit, because we can swim. If we don't know how to swim, they can teach us how to swim. I'm being spiritual here, I'm not being literal, spiritual. In the sea, we learn how to swim, and if we don't know how to swim, they teach us. They show us how to go in deep down within the ocean, to have access to unlimited gifts, whatever gifts that they're giving us, to have unlimited. We see everything that we need to see, because with them, they show us everything that they need to show us within the sea, within the ocean. I'm talking about Abalozi. But with all water spirits, we are supposed to, when we are down with them in there, remember that they will be, we are with them, we are in their ground, right? The sea. So they should be directing us, showing us how we're supposed to be swimming down there deep into the ocean with them, right? With them guiding us. Okay, I was answering our work. There's no big waters that we're not supposed to be scared. Abalozi and water and Zunza, in Kanyamba and Kwasazan. And it's true, I think this topic is going to lead to the need to clarify the difference and also similarities. Water spirits has become generic. The differentiations perhaps in a series of episodes or a different episode altogether. It can take a lot of time to unpack. Yes. Very true. I confused my Abalozi dreams and signs for Umdao Wamanzi for the longest time ago. I know that maybe it's because of Mandao spirits. I kind of feel like the dreams are so direct. Remember that if you know the color of your Mdao spirit, the color of your ancestral cloth, that one will correct everything. You will never be, with all the dreams, you can always tell, even if they're hiding behind the door, you can always tell that that's Mdao. right? I'm talking about in dreams. You can even tell that that's Mdao, because your ancestral cloth color will tell you what that person hiding has got behind them. You can tell. I'm just being like, you can always tell. So when it comes, remember that Manda spirits of all water bodies, but you can always tell them apart from everyone else. You can just literally, with your ancestral cloth, if you know the color of your cloth, because they always come with the message within the color of the cloth. Their messages is with the color of the cloth. Now, when they're working together with all other water spirits as well, you can always tell that they're blending in, but the message is within the blending in the dream. I'm talking about, let's say you've got Zunza, Dao, and Abalozi, they're all coming together in one dream, like just one sea. It's just you're seeing sea. You're seeing sea. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? You're seeing the sea, right? And these spirits, all the three of them are together. What you get from that dream, even if it's one scenario being played, is that you can separate that this is Mdao for this color, ancestral cloth. There is Zunza there, showing in there within that dream. Then there is Abalozi as well, just acting up in the background. With one dream, because the color of the cloth will give you the message. The Abalozi will just give you the message that the sea, isn't it? We are here, the sea, we are here. Zunza will give you the message as well, because Zunza deals with the sun, right? The sun and the rain making. So everything to do with the sun and what the sun does around you, what the sun does, what you get out of the sun, what things that the sun creates and stuff like that, you'll get the message within there. So the sea as well, Abalozi will come in, you'll get something there. So it's just a matter of understanding the color of the Dao cloth, so you can separate them from others. And then understanding Zunza, what Zunza is all about. And then you get the message in there. Remember when I'm saying in Zunza, the rainmaking and the sun, this is supposed to be commonality within everyone within Zunza, to know that in Zunza is all about this. So when it comes in, Zunza comes in, that big serpent comes in, we should know that it comes in is for the rainmaking. And the sun, right? The sun. Now, it depends on the gifts that Zunza is giving you. But the sun, so your dreams, remember the sun, with the sun you can get like what do we get with the sun? Sometimes it's bright, sometimes when we don't see the sun, it's what? Dark, right? Like there you're getting the message. Then what do we get with the sun? What does the sun do? What does the sun create? What can the sun do? Burning, isn't it? It's all about burning. And what is the sun color? Those kind of things, the different colors when the sun changes and even when it loses, things like that. So you get all those kind of things. So you know when you sing one dream with all these spirits, then you can tell. But like I'm saying with Abalozi, it depends on the ranking of your Abalozi and what gift they're coming to give you, because there you'll get a different thing within the dream. And the people who are coming with Abalozi, I mean, yes, your ancestors coming with Abalozi. Okay. All right. Until Adriana was really working the sea water like a fish. Yes, we should be fishes. We should be fishes in the sea. Let's say Makhosi, I'm late. We're gonna be here. You are never late in these sessions. I opened my business because I had this talk. That chop chop. Was it? Chop chop sounded like words to me. Felt like I'm going nuts. But will that be Abalozi? I opened my business because listen, you explain yourself properly. Explain yourself properly, please. Because I'm not getting it. I'm not getting your dream properly. I opened my business and had the best talking. In what way? You open your business in what way? I want to be sure of what I'm hearing here. That can also be indicative of Abalozi. We have Abalozi Wamans, which has been discussed so far, and we have Abalozi Wapezulu, which are sometimes sign up by days. Abalozi is one of the sea, right? Gogotuli. Abalozi comes with the birds. Remember, you see a lot of birds around. This is the symbolic for them. You see a lot of birds around the sea, and you see a lot of birds where the birds, you'll see that. Even you'll see when the chirping comes in, when they do the chirping, it comes with a lot. If you listen to the chirping, the sound of it, a lot of it can be with the words, the birds from the wood. But as well, you need to think about it as in this way. When you see birds, a lot of the time we see lots of birds, especially when it's raining and stuff like that. This water, isn't it? You will see lots congregating together as well, like things like that. So Abalozi, the way they're saying it is that they are sea water spirits. So you can't separate them and say there is Abalozi of the water and Abalozi of land. Sometimes with the what they call it, sometimes with the activation points. So some Abalozi, obviously, you can activate around the sea. Some activation points you can go and activate or in nature where there's no water, land, because remember, some people, we don't have the sea, so we'll be around land. So we won't even know anything to do with, we won't know anything about the sea, but we'll be just around land, like we say. So a lot of us will get the chirping sound, but it doesn't mean it's Abalozi, meaning that of land. It just means that it is the sea water, but they use the symbolic of the birds, the best chirping sounds. Now, some people, they see birds, like I see birds all the time. Even now, when I'm here, you can see a bird. Actually, the birds that always go on that tree trunk there. I see it. I see the birds all the time. I'm a birds observant person, and the chirping sometimes. Yes, sometimes you know, because I know I've got some ancestors. They use birds as well. Sometimes when they're teaching me about herbs. So I have to follow the bird sound. One particular bird, I have to follow it to take me to the herb that they want me to find. But remember that sometimes people associate things that happen naturally, that are supposed to happen in real life. They make assumption that it is their ancestors when it's just something that is naturally there. Some places there are lots of birds around, so you will see birds around. But remember as well, sometimes it's not necessarily that. Even these birds, yes, they can carry messages, because remember, it is very easy for ancestors to use a sign of nature and something natural that, like a bird, will give the message like quickly like that to you, because it is not what they call it. It doesn't have a lot of things that are too much chatter, clatter, and stuff like that. So they can use a bird to bring the message directly to you. So let's say you wake up and you see a bird just there by the door, just kept on banging on the door, right? Banging there, things like that. You'll see some things are not natural, right? You'll see that they're not natural. So you know that there is a message within that. But if you listen, you can always hear and get the message. Because the only thing that is missing with us is the intuition bit of ourselves. That's why they activate us, so that the intuition bit will be heightened, isn't it? But yes, feathers, birds' feathers and stuff like that. Yes, there will be association there with Abalozi as well. But how they come to you will be different as well. Okay, I normally get the dreams where I'm close to the sea, but never under the water. That's must, Maverick. I normally get dreams where I'm close to the sea, but never under the water. Yes, and Gogo Chuli, please ask your people. Ask your people if they will allow you to come, and then we'll talk about Abalozi. That would be beautiful. If you can, if they will allow you, and then remember, if only if you want to do it. If they will allow you, and then they can share. Remember that they can share the message with both of us. So they can give you the message and give me the message. If you allow them to go within us, like if you introduce them with your spiritual name, with my spiritual name, and you want to talk about one particular thing so they can differentiate them. So my spirit will allow you, and I am open for discussion, so I'll be happy to discuss that with you. Okay, I normally get dreams where I'm close to the sea, but never under the water. The last time I dreamt of the ocean, the water was under my knees. I was dizzy. I was under my knees. Okay. I was playing like a child. I was enjoying. Okay. Let's see. What were you enjoying? And I have this relationship with birds. They are every day on my window. They gather around in one place, one at the beach, and I normally see ducks playing in the water. And other birds fly around, yes. But remember, if you have Mandawi spirits and you have brown and jetty, if you have Mandawi spirits and you've got this, how are you going to differentiate between your Mandawi and the Abalozi with the birds? How do you separate the two? Because that is for nature. Is for all those things. The birds, they come in dreams all the time because you have to learn about birds. You need to study about birds with that ancestral cloth. They will teach you about birds. They will teach you everything that you need to know with birds, from the mating, from the way they give birth, from how they actually even feel when they mate, from how they feel, how they go from one place to another, and why they live for a particular time and they come back after a particular time, and the reason why they do that, and what happens when they are gone and their others are left behind. What happens to those if things happen to them? Things like that. They'll teach you about those things. So when you've got that jetty ancestral cloth, then you have to be, when you're looking at your dream, you can't say birds, you can't see the birds in the dream and start saying Abalozi, right? You can't see, you can't work like that. You have to see what you are getting, what information you're getting with the birds, right? If you've got that ancestral cloth. Because remember that theirs are teaching dreams, so they'll be teaching you and testing you with different kind of animals. Even the animals that your ancestors come with, like even the totems that your ancestors come with, like mine is an elephant, isn't it? Sometimes I see elephants, I see my ancestors. But then I have to separate between my ancestors coming as elephants, representing themselves as elephants, and the Mandawu dream telling me about the elephants and their nature. So you have to be able to separate those two when you've got that one, because you have to learn about nature. As well, with the rain as well, you have to separate them with Zunza. So you have to know which one is Mandawi and which one is Zunza. Now, as well, Mandawi as well, they've got the yellow jet, which is to do with the sun. So you need to be able to separate the Mandawi teaching of the sun, and then Zunza, the sun doing the sun, the thing that the sun do, the tricks that we see the sun doing, and the way that it glows, and the way that, remember that in Zunza the glow is different, special, isn't it? So you have to separate those things. So things like this, when it comes to animals in dreams, you really have to learn to separate. And the animals that comes with the Abalozi spirit, remember that the royals, right? They come with their different animals. Excuse me. The royals comes with their different animals. They're animals that are associated with the royals. They're ancient animals that are associated with the royals. And there are new animals that are now used by the royals now that are associated with those things. So the Abalozi, when they want to understand about the royals, they will use the symbolism of those animals that were used in ancient times and the animals that are used in this new time associated with the royals to give you the message of Abalozi. So you need to be able to separate between what animal, even though I'm seeing animals, this is not the teaching dreams about Mandawi, right? They're showing me this animal is nothing to do with Mandawi. Okay, this is the animal of the Abalozi, the spirit of Makhosi. These are Makhosi kind of dream. The royalties, that is their animal, right? Even the cats that they use. Remember the cats that the royals use. So when I'm saying cats, they are different kinds. So you need to know, you need to understand. Remember that a lot of us, we need to research these things. You need to research about, in ancient times, what animals did the royals use, our African royals used to use, right? So that you understand when you see some animals that are coming with your seawater spirit, then you can associate properly with the animal that used to be used and used to be frequent with our royalties, right? Now, things might have changed, but there's still some animals that are still being used. You see some animals that are used in some artifacts that our royals used to use. So the Abalozi will use those symbols, or they'll use those animals. So in the dream to show you that it is the royalties kind of thing, the Makhosi, the spirit of Makhosi, right? So association with royals. So the now royals and the ancient royals. So we need to read more about the animals of the royals to understand our spirits. All right. Okay, where were we? Okay, it was not a dream. Okay, all right. Well, someone was playing like a child. I was enjoying. All right. So, Margaret, you're in the thing, in the ocean, under my knees. I was dizzy. So, were you getting dizzy as if you're getting into a trance or something? Remember this, I've seen this with me, right? Because I told you that sometimes I go to the sea and all I do is just get into the water and just with my feet, because I have a real life situation. I fear the water in real life. I'm talking about in reality, right? Because I know I've got the spirit. So I don't want to go be taken by what they call that, what they call it, the wave, and saying Makhosi, going deep inside the sea, saying Makhosi, Makhosi. And this in real life, they must think about being a child. I was in the water under my knees, and I was dizzy. Sometimes I go to the sea, right? Like I'm repeating myself. When I go in there, I put my water in there, and I'm calling the spirits as in calling them because I want to talk to them, right? Like the way you do Pasha. Remember that I'm saying Pasha, but then this is normal thing, isn't it? We know about Pasha. We call the spirits. So I'll be there and then calling the spirits and I could actually literally feel like the water, like, because obviously it's like you're tracing yourself in it, looking at that, the water, the focusing, I can see myself getting like being like I'm being pulled in by the water, being pulled in the water in a way like the dizzy kind of thing. And I'm like, woo, I was not ready. I'm glad you're here with me. And then I just come out. I'm not ready to get in there. Some of us still want to, some of us still want to be seeing things, still want to talk to you on live sessions, not being there and people are saying they were talking to the spirits and they end up just in the water. They'll come after a month. Listening, that can also be indicative of Abalozi. We have Abalozi. Okay, I've read that one. Okay. I was enjoying. Okay. Thank you for clarifying the ancestral cloth colors group. It makes sense. Business ideas from it was a dream group. Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful said. Wow. I can't say anything. I'm getting medicinal herbs from the birds. So I can't. With your ideas, I believe it. I have to follow the sound of the birds. Actually, even look at it and think, what kind of ancestor is this one in the bed? Taking me to a herb. And I get it, and I'm like, Tovela, getting the herb. So I believe you, I hear you. That's beautiful. And don't be. Are these spirits ranked somehow? If so, what is the ranking with these water spirits? I don't know. Maybe they'll tell me now that you've asked. Makhosi, Abalozi. Maybe they'll tell me. They'll teach me about the ranking and how they rank. How they do the ranking. I guess as the spirits, right? Or if as well when they're giving us these beads, because I've only learned about the beads when they were explaining the red and white beads. that they were given according to the rank as well. The colors are given according to the rank. I'll ask them, see if I get any message, or if they want to come and tell me something, of course, they can give me message. That should be sound like they were telling me to open a particular business. All right, we're getting business ideas from birds here. That's beautiful. And I have this relationship with birds. They're every day on my window. They gather around in one place when at the beach, and I normally sit down, playing the birds, and other birds fly around. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, that is my, yes, that's actually quite true. Actually, my Abalozi beds are all linked to water. I was thinking about Makhosi, Apezu, but even that is linked to rain equals water. I get it, Makhosi. And interpreting regular occurrences in the garden with birds, with ancestors bringing messages. I was initiated via Abalozi Gok. I will let you know. Our Makhosi Gok. I don't have that cloth. I only have the yellow one with the leopard and black dots. It must be this one, isn't it? This one must have this one. Yes, that sounds beautiful. That sounds beautiful. Is it this one or something different? Okay, I have the brown jetty and bed stories. Napa. I was taken through Abalozi process. This is why I was always confusing Mamdawi and Abalozi. Okay. Yes, the brown jet is so, or maroon jet. Remember that people use brown, sometimes maroon. Even me, sometimes I'm like, I get used to if I talk to people a lot, they're talking about my maroon jet. Even me, I start saying maroon jet. And then sometimes I talk to people brown jet, then I start saying brown jet. Yes, my language changes between maroon and brown depending on who I talk to all the time, who talks about maroon or brown. So yes, but it is one color. You just remember that it is the way that it is printed. The print sometimes, remember the dye that they use, the way they mix it. Sometimes the color doesn't come out as it was shown. Sometimes it comes as in very maroon, or sometimes even as we are colorblind. So sometimes it comes as this dark maroonish, or sometimes it comes as brown. But remember, when they're explaining it, they show the mud, isn't it? When they're explaining this cloth, they show you the mud. When they're going to explain about Junjeti, they show us a lot of dreams with the mud, because this is a symbolism for that color. They chose that color for the mud, for the color of the mud. So when you're asking your what they call it, when you ask your Mandawi spirits about the color to explain it. So when they're taking you to the color, sometimes they show you walking to the mud, walking on the mud, or they lead you in the dream with you following the mud, because they're showing you that we're about to talk to you about the brown jet. We're about to teach you about it. So they will show you in the dream, following the mud or walking on the mud. Because remember that they're introducing themselves to you. I mean, not introducing themselves, they're introducing the way they're going to be explaining the color. So a lot of us, that's how it comes to us. I can remember myself in the dream, and I was following the mud in the dream, right? I could see the footsteps, like there were footsteps ahead of me, but I was behind. I couldn't see myself. I was following the footsteps, following the mud, and it was damp. So it was them taking me on the mud, because they were about to explain the brown and jet. Right? So that's what they tend to do to a lot of us. Or if not, the water that comes out from the tap, it is muddy water coming out of the tap, because they're showing you the muddy people are coming in with this color. Your water, instead of seeing other people's water coming purely, your color comes in mud. I mean, the water, when you open the tap, is mud. And you think, oh, my dreams was horrible. I saw the mud coming off the tap. No, it's mud with spirit. They're just showing you your color, mud. Njeti, the brown njeti is mud. Your water is not yellow, your water is not green, your water is not red, but your water is mud. Now, when your water is red, your njeti is red. When you're opening the tap, it's like blood coming out and stuff like that. Your color is red. Or when you're opening the tap, or you is water, the water is something, they're showing your color. Black, if it's black. You open, when the water is coming out, is flooding the place, it turns into the color that it is of that njeti color. If you are not aware of your njeti color, they'll bring, remember that they bring their colors in different ways. I'm just giving you simple things. And Makhosi, we're back to Makhosi. Okay, all right. I have brown, okay, I was getting the brown one. Animal. Yes. Actually, I was telling someone about that animal farm. Yes, we actually running the zoo, isn't it? With these things, we are actually running the zoo. Actually, you should. Makhosi, I'm talking about Makhosi now. Yes, we are in the sea. Because I'm also noticing that bears. Okay, I need something for my lips. Talk too much. My lips start changing. You guys start saying, "What Makhosi doesn't eat." The problem with this one is that it can go on my teeth and I wouldn't even know. Okay, that was water. Gosh, I've been drinking lots of water. I've come off, okay, I did drink coffee today, but I haven't been drinking tea. I'm so proud of myself because otherwise the whole day I'll be on teas and stuff. Okay, I'm also noticing that that bears was to communicate with me every morning when I'm at the bus stop. They always fly towards me. Oh, because Zarabai is saying here, but I have this problem of running away in dreams when some of these animals show up. Yes, the runners, you can always tell them from afar. Runners, you can actually literally tell them from afar. I mean, physically, you can see their legs. They're so fit. What they call these things in English? The things that you see with runners' legs. You see it, then you can tell that these ones, they are like runners, proper runners in dreams. You can see it. You can tell them apart from others. They run away from animals in dreams. They run away from their ancestors. They run away. They're always running. But like I'm saying, you can always tell that we are dealing with runners. They don't even have to explain their dreams. You just look on their legs. You can tell that these people, they run a lot. When we are sleeping, they are actually running. It's an interesting thing when we come across them in these sessions. I hope you're no longer running because you're taking a breather. Mass Maverick, yeah, sometimes I'll be dizzy when I'm at the beach, and my fear is also is to be taken by the water. Yes, some of us still have that thing, but we know that our ancestors got us covered. But it only gets to that bit that they got us covered. But we know sometimes even when we get them, when we got covered, but as well. Sometimes the fear is out of respect. It's not out of anything else, but out of respect, right? Out of respect. Tobacco is Mikey. I also get dizzy spell when in massive bodies of water. It's hilarious. Spiraling away, being dizzy. Yes, something different. Naki colorblind shame. Kiona maroon or brown injected the pena safely or more little do the color fading things. Very true. And those ones are but some jetties. But it depends as well. Some people printing companies, they do like good stuff. It will just come off the first day. After that, it will never come off. But some of them, they come off. They keep on coming off if you keep on washing them. But we shouldn't wash them a lot as well. I mean, the one that you're using just for your ancestors, right? The one that is special for them, not the one that you can wear at any time, all the time. You should not be washing it all the time so it fades. Yes, I led to muddy tap waters. But some of them are hilarious. Okay. Tagunda, Makhosi. Can someone have Makhosi and Amabutu and an angel at the same time? Tell me about Amabutu. What are Amabutu, please? Explain to me. What are Amabutu, Tagunda? What are Amabutu? Amabutu is what? Remember that you are an angel, Taganda. Oh, warriors. Oh, yes, the Makhosi. Let me tell you about Makhosi, people. Remember that it depends as well. It depends as well. Let me just tell you about Makhosi spirit and why you see warriors in those dreams. The Amabutus, warriors. Now, remember this, the spirit of the royalties, right? The royal spirit. So who protects the royals? Who protects them? Now, the Makhosi spirit, when they come to you, depending on the ancestors who are coming with your spirit. Now, I can say this. I have joined the Amabutu, but the Amabutu in the dream, the warriors in the dream. But no, I guess Mabutu is it warriors? Are we talking about soldiers, right? We're talking about warriors as in African people who protect, isn't it? Warriors, right? Because sometimes English words can get us confused. What most know as warrior spirits go. Shaka Zulu meets Mbuya, Nehanda vibes, Amabutu Gog. Oh, okay. But remember that Mbuya Banda, right? Because the spirit of Mbuya is the spirit of a warrior. Remember that a warrior is someone who's supposed to be out there protecting everyone and making sure that the right and the wrongs are corrected, right? It's someone who protects their communities as well as Mbuya Handa was doing, right? Protecting the community and standing for what is right. That's where the black and jeti came into it. Black and white and jeti, right? The black and jeti. That's where I learned about Mbuya and Handa through Mandawi's black and jeti. So the spirit of warrior, all is about is someone who is making sure that community, the wrongs are corrected by anything necessary. Anything necessary. Now, when it comes to Amabutu, as in the soldiers, like people who are supposed to be acting out there to protect what they think is right. Remember that is totally different there. So let's say we are talking spiritual and political now. Political and spiritual now, but I'm going to go to the Makhosi bit of it, because when we're separating it, it's going to be different. Now, when Makhosi spirit were teaching me about how we're supposed to be armed, protective, so they had to take me to the army, the Western Army. So I had to learn about the Western Army. Now they had to take me to the Zulu Army. So I had to become a warrior, where I was seeing those men and women wearing those things that have the beds thing there that looks like that. Some they look like that with beds, things like standing like that, like what warriors used to wear, right? I'm talking about protective guards. Warriors. Remember, when we're talking about warriors, we have to go to culturally what was a warrior and what was the role of a warrior within a culture at a particular time in ancient time, right? A warrior. When we're saying someone is a warrior, we have to go back to our tradition. Now, we're talking about culture. Those people who are there to make sure. I think, why is someone going on my thing? Okay, sorry. My phone, it went off like that. So I was getting confused. Now, so even in those dreams, they will tell you that, remember the Amabutu, they will even tell you the brigade in Zulu, what the name of that the brigade that you're going to be following, the warriors is going to be. Mine was, yes, it's me. Let me just get the Gmail out. Mine was Abantu Benyoni. Those were the brigade, right? The brigade, the warriors. So they will teach you about that bit and they will teach you about that bit. These were the Makhosi coming to arm me, to make sure that I understand that the royals are supposed to be protected by warriors. Now they were teaching me about the Western bit of things, as well as teaching me physically about things that are lacking within me, but using the Western methodologies. And now teaching me about the Zulus, warriors. Now, using the Zulu methodologies as well, looking at me physically, what I was lacking with myself. So teaching me, taking me to the Zulu army, the warriors. When I'm saying army, remember that we were calling them warriors. The warriors, the Amabutus, if that's what you call, that's what you mean, right? So how you're supposed to function, how you're supposed to behave, how you're supposed to protect your communities, how you're supposed to correct when things are not right, how you're supposed to defend the things, how you're supposed to do things just like a warrior will do. So they will take you to that. So you will see a lot of us with Makhosi spirit. We will join don't know in English, we will join the warriors in those dreams. We will operate as warriors in those dreams when they're training us. So we'll learn a lot of the warrior tactics that they used to do in ancient times. Remember that they're teaching us about our culture as well, what a warrior was doing in ancient times, what we were supposed to do. Remember that we can use all those tricks that they used to use to apply them in this life. We can apply what we've seen us doing in those dream states in this lifetime. So they will take you to those. Makhosi spirit they always love to train us in those ways. Now, even if you have ancestors who were warriors before, they will take you into the mission of a warrior. So you go on a mission road, kind of thing, of a warrior. Even in the dream state, you'll see even the people dressed up like a proper warriors, even the women and the men. Remember, if it is just an ancestor, that ancestor who used to be that. So you see them dress up like that, and then they will go through the warrior way with you, like teaching you about how to become a warrior like them. But remember that they're not teaching you just because they want you to dress like them and become like a warrior like in the ancient time. No, they're teaching you how to take care of yourself right at this moment in 2024, but using their tactics because it can help and better you as well as a human being at this particular time, with whatever that you're lacking, or even updating, making sure that you're strong as a person, as a warrior. Now, when you have the spirit of Mbuya Nuhanda, is that the way that you will talk to your people, the way that you, remember, is the spirit of someone who's with activism. So you will have to apply that spirit when you're talking about things. You have to do as a warrior Mbuya Nuhanda will do, operate as such, because you're carrying the spirit of a warrior, someone who stood up for his community, for her community, someone who stood up for the crowd, someone who stood up for a woman who stood up and actually died for us. Not only for Zimbabweans, for us, because we are learning from her spirit that if we stand for what is right, we can become like the Mbuya Nuhandas. That warrior, a female warrior. Sometimes we are still stuck. Ooh, I don't want to be like this. That spirit, yes. Okay. I had to go and learn about the spirit of Nuhanda, because when Mandawi spirits were teaching us about the Black and Jet, they had to teach us about Nuhanda to understand what the Black and Jet stands for. So we have to live according. Did you see what Mbuya Nuhanda did? Did you see how she stood for what was right? So can you follow that? And then I was there. I think I can. I understand. I can be honest. I can operate with integrity. I can stand for what is right. I can do the rightful things. And then through learning about that, I was gifted black and jade, but not, remember, not as my gift to carry, as in, but obviously if I need it, whenever that I have to be like a stop with this, become activist, not activist, like Buya, like become in alignment with the black and jade. So I'll ask that, please, as I wear this black ancestral cloth, I want all the power to stand there like a warrior, right? But as well, Makhosi spirit as well, they train us to become like warriors. Because those dreams, when they're teaching us, when they're putting us in the army, when we are going through all those things, because I was jumping hoops, jumping through things, big holes, jumping from one place and jumping to the other as an army brigade. And then when I was there as a Zulu army as well, I was there dressed up. Well, I was dressed up in the things, isn't it? The clothes, isn't it? The people I was around, isn't it? But I was there like with warriors, the female brigade. Remember that I'm using English words. I was there with Abantu Benyon. I was there, I was Benyon. I was a soldier called, I was part of Abantu Benyon. Abantu Benyon. I was there with those ones. And you can see even our leaders, the way they were dressed up. You couldn't even laugh with them, even though you were there, like thinking you belong there. They were not there to laugh. They were there to teach. We were there to follow orders and listen and making sure that when we come out of that dream state, when we work with others, we will remember. Because in the dream, we were trained to be what the Makhosi spirit wanted us to be. In the dream, we were trained to be as strong as what they were doing with us in the dream state. In physical real life, then we are operating as such. Sometimes you might see me laughing, but that spirit, when it comes in, if I have to go through a battle, Makhosi, but this is honesty. Remember that the spirit, that spirit starts showing up properly when you're there, like dealing with the thing that spirit needs to operate in. Remember, like when you're getting the gift to talk, that means that gift will work when you're there talking, and that spirit will come in and you're hearing yourself talk properly. And then you'll ask yourself, how come? My gosh, did I actually trans and talk like that with people like that? And people understood and they came out there. They were like, Makhosi, right? That is the spirit. But then you've got the spirit of singing as well. When you go in there, that spirit comes in. Then you start singing and people get healed from that. Because the spirit works when it is necessary for it to work. So it applies, even though we can carry all the spirits, the spirit of a warrior. You might not necessarily see it at the particular time when you're waking, but you will see it when you're working with the spirit and when it is necessary for that spirit to start working. So a lot of people with the spirit of the warrior spirit, okay, I don't want to apply to everyone, but you can tell even when you're talking to them, the spirit has no time to sit around and be like listening to what are we talking about. The spirit wants to operate. When you're talking to them, you can tell that the spirit is ready. That is the people with warrior spirit, that spirit of a warrior. It cannot be suppressed. You can tell that it cannot be suppressed. Even when you're talking, like if I'm talking, I can't be like laughing like this when I'm talking to someone with that spirit of a warrior. Because the spirit, when they're carrying that spirit and it's there, you'll be a bother to someone who's listening to you, right? Like if I'm laughing, your spirit is a spirit of what? No, what you're carrying is a spirit of a warrior. So what are you going to do about it? So the spirit wants to hear straightforward communication, like, and talking like you're talking to someone who is there, ready to do things. Okay, where were we? We were talking about the warrior spirit, the Amabut. Okay, Togoza Makhosi, Togoza. What does it mean to see three injections? Because I have a blue in which I saw twins in a dream, and one of them was wearing in blue injeti and in red and maroon, and my God, sometimes come wearing the. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful because I explained the three injeti. Yes, you've got three different types of mandal. So that's beautiful. Was also Buya Banda, that's Zarmai. Buya the Handa was also a Mondor, a lion spirit, which I find very interesting. Oh yes, okay, that's beautiful. Baba Kredu also comes to mind when I think of healer warriors. He could hold the sweat in cold up when necessary, and he was Ubuntu when you. He really, I didn't know. Okay, all right. His one had a silver bed on it and was Zulu. Okay, that's interesting about his one. Okay. When I think of Amabutu, I always see them in Ama Jericho Church. Okay, Jericho Church. What is the symbolism of Jericho Church? I don't know much about Jericho Church. Please share with us. What is it about Jericho Church? I don't know much about Jericho Church. I think I've heard this name before, but I don't know much about it. Makhosi amakhulu Jimisani. From I think I came to Black JT Classic. My people, Makhosi amakhulu Nonhlanhla. Yes, that's beautiful what you're carrying there. Blue in jetty, I haven't explained it that much because I haven't learned about it that much. I'd explained a little bit of it, of what the Manda were explaining to me. If you look at the dreams where I was explaining the colors, I haven't explained it on its own, but I understand, I'm well aware of it, but I'm not well aware of it and how it operates properly. As in how it will come out with the dreams and stuff like that, where I can actually tell that we are going blue here, we are going blue here, it's blue here, blue jet. So I'm not well versed with that much with blue and yellow, like as I understand what it means, but I'm not well versed with people with blue jet with their dreams. I'm not well versed with that, so it's not something that I can say. I can give you an expert advice on those ancestral cloth, yellow and blue. I can just tell you what they mean, but how the Mandawi goes in around their dreams, because I haven't worked with people with yellow and blue jade like that. So I tend to learn about these colors a lot, especially when I've got people, let's say someone comes to you with black, with white, yellow and jade, right? So their Mandawi spirit will teach me a lot about yellow jade and how I'm supposed to look for and how to spot things to do with green jade, white and yellow and jade and blue. So I'm not well versed into those Makhosi, but that's beautiful to have so many spirits. Your work is big, isn't it? Remember, we are not only collecting this ancestral cloth. There's a lot of work to do with them, with those ancestral cloth they're carrying. When I'm saying there's a lot of work, meaning that remember that all of them carry the message, isn't it? So if you've got too many, so that means there's a lot of things, right, that you're going to be sharing with your people, which is beautiful. So you're special, isn't it? Makhosi, Tsepeng, when seeing Zunza coming out of water enters my body, what does it mean as I'm from water a week later that happens? Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Actually, I've never had anyone else talking about Zunza like this. That's beautiful. That's so beautiful. Tsepang. It's the first time I hear somebody explain this. I had this experience myself. So that is beautiful. So, what happens within Zunza, right? You become Zunza. You, the way I can explain it, Zunza touches you, you become Zunza. You're touched by Zunza water, you become Zunza. You become in one with Zunza. So, isn't that the right way to explain it? It's beautiful, isn't it? Now, remember, Zunza is to do with the sun. It's what the sun do, and the water, the rain, isn't it? The rain making. But when Zunza comes out of the water, remember, when it comes out of the water, and it takes your body, it takes over your body. This is a beautiful thing. What I'm explaining is a beautiful thing, but when I'm saying take over, it might sound like it's not a beautiful thing, because taking over is like out of your control. But Zunza, you're touched by Zunza. You become Zunza. And then you do what Zunza does. The Zunza, you become the sun. The sun, the sun, the sun. Oh, it's the most beautiful thing. It's the most beautiful thing. It's the most beautiful. I haven't heard anyone talk about Zunza like this, Tepa. So what happened after that? What happened after that? Zunza coming off water and enters my body. What happens after that? What was happening within the dream? That sounds beautiful. No, Zunza is not maimed. Zunza is the serpent, the sea water, the serpent of all water bodies. That's in Zunza. I've had a similar experience with water spirits entering my body days upon returning from the water. It is sacred and can overwhelm some people due to the instant energetic shift. It is life-changing. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. No, Zunza. We are Zunza, isn't it? We are Zunza. Okay. Zunza, when it happens, remember that in Zunza is to do with, it's got the glow. Remember that you can always tell the difference between the water bodies and stuff, the sea water bodies, the sea water spirits. Zunza will come with the glow, the sun and the light, on all the shining things to do with the light and all those things, right? So remember, within Zunza, when you become in alignment with Zunza, you remember that in Zunza, the sun can do what the sun can do, and the sun can do to Khanisa others. So when you touch by Zunza, this is not only, this is spiritual, isn't it? We're not talking about a real life thing. You're not going to turn into a light and then the light starts changing and stuff like that. I don't know physically if it can happen. But Zunza, the light becomes a glow where some people cannot even look at. You know, like when you cannot look at the sun and it's scary. Now imagine the sun is too far, right? And you're scared to even look at something that is too far. Now when you come in alignment with Zunza, let's say you're touched by Zunza, comes out of the water, it touches you. And that glow, let's say the glow comes out from your face. For people watching it, because it is a scary thing, it's something big. You're turning it to this big light that glows. You become the sun. The sun becomes you. You become you. You become the serpent of the sun, the serpent. You become just. It's the most beautiful thing. But like I said, I have never seen in Zunza, but I have became in one with Zunza. I became the things that I'm talking about spiritually. It's just the most beautiful thing. The most beautiful things. I is the most beautiful thing. It's the most beautiful things. I is beautiful. I don't know how to explain it. Just think about the sun. Just think about, just think about it like when they're doing artificial things, like with these things that they do, New Year's Eve things, the crickets things, like those things, the light things, they do those things, like the things they do, like they create flowers, they create names, they create things, they lighten things. Yeah, now even when people are celebrating big things, they do those cricket things, like those big ones where like they do the lights. Like on the clouds will be looking at the light. Now, when Zunza touches you, you create different light effects with your body. I'm talking about spiritual. I'm not talking about physical. Yes. Physical is different, isn't it? I'm talking about spiritual. That is how beautiful Zunza light is. I don't know how to explain it. It's just unbelievable. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. It's life. It is life changing. A woman gave me a white what? It's isolated within Zunza. This white what? I can't see. What is this symbolism for? Johanna Makhosi, Johanna. What is this symbolism for? I can't see it properly. Is this a snake? Is it a snake? A white snake and it's associated with Zunza. In what way, Johanna? Blue and gold were the colors I saw after the whole experience, but I became a whole new person. And Zunza like gold. They love gold. And Zunza love gold. There's something about that color. I saw after the whole experience, but I became a whole new person. From that day onwards, noise, chaos, and conflict became intolerable. I embodied Ukutul. Man, when we got into silence, what they call it in English? No, the way you're saying it. But my empathic abilities to pick up on people's emotions increased. It actually helped me with the work that I do. I became tons more sensitive. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah. I like the embodied, you embodied Uktul. Go to so you were, I almost said you were like in the zone, like someone who's, you're my brothers, my sisters. Everyone, we are all family, we are one. Yes, we are literally one. Is the spirit of the, remember in South Africa this is Liga, is the spirit of the thing, what they call it, the spirit of what they call that thing, the herb that when you smoke it, it put you on the zone, like we are all equal, we're on the same level, we are one. You embody the Uktul. You are at peace with everyone. Everything makes sense. What they call it? What they call that herb? What they call that herb? Guys, remember we're talking about herbs here. We're not talking about other things that are not. We're talking about herbs. Herbs as in muti. The spirit of that muti. What they call it? Insang. But insang but people might get a negative connotation with it. But it's the spirit of that herb, the chilling herb. You answer the question after a proper thought, after thinking about it properly and thinking about the creative way of answering someone when they are asking you a question, because you've got the spirit, the chill out spirit. I'm talking about the herbal one that they use spiritually, not the one that has got bad meaning to it. I'm talking about the herb that our ancestors, spirits and guides, actually our ancestors were using in there. And it was used properly, not the way that people are going crazy about it and going crazy reckless and just smoking things and just being reckless. I'm talking about the chill out. We're talking about when that divination bone is facing upwards. I see. It might be facing, the direction might not be straightforward, but when it's facing that way, looking at north, I'm talking about the spirit, the chill out spirit, the herb. I'm not encouraging this. Okay, but how are we going to talk about this when we are healers and we talk about herbs. Okay, maybe smoke. I shouldn't say it because smoking kills. Okay, so yesterday. Okay, where were we? John, what do you think the white snake symbolize in Zunza? Please explain to us why you think it symbolizes in Zunza so we understand. Listen, what sounds like a beautiful experience, okay. So yesterday I had a dream, fruits and white alcohol as if they had made elad on top of white clothes. Must I do it or what? Fruits and white alcohol as if they have made elad. What was happening in your dream? What do they mean? What happened in the dream? Just explain your dream properly so I understand if your people were just teaching about something, but they were using other things that you understand. Because remember, sometimes when they are teaching us different things, different herbs, the receipts and stuff like that, they are not saying we should do them. They're teaching us about them, that we do this and use this to create something. But sometimes the message is symbolic. It's not like necessarily like we use this and that. So they're showing you they can use food, they can use fruit, they can use whatever that we use every day to show you that to create this medicine or to create this herb, we use this particular thing and this particular thing, and then symbolic to the thing that they've cooked for you, the herb that they've cooked for you. So they're saying to you that this herb, the herb, will be like what we have created for you there. Remember, like when I'm saying symbolism in the dream, the teaching dream is different, but the teaching dream sometimes they can use metaphors to explain something about actually herb and how it works. So they can use the food that we eat, the drinks that we drink. They sometimes not say use cold drink and these other things to create this. They're just symbolically saying, we know you, we understand that you drink hot water a lot. And you know that hot water can be herbal. And you know what it tastes like. And you know when it's bad, it tastes like this. Now, when they're teaching you about herbs, to say that these herbs, the people who are supposed to take these herbs, supposed to be people who are taking it as in like water, which is plain. So they will use this water. And so that that thing that you're going to create is going to be like this water. You're going to create it like when you're boiling the water, right? They're not saying you should boil water for them. They're teaching you about what it is. It will be like. They're using a metaphor. Like saying that it's going to be like you're going to be brewing the water, but the water is just going to come as it is. It's just going to be water. It's going to just taste like water. But some herbs, when we're using them, we're going to use water like this. But then we're going to put something inside. A little teaspoon of salt or a little teaspoon of sugar. Because some herbs, for this kind of people, it should not be the medicine. Remember that they're saying medicine, but they're not saying the medicine should come in the form of water and sugar. But they're saying some medicine, it will come as in sweet, like water and sugar. Some medicine will be as sour as in water and this salt or something like that, like salty, like that mixture of this. They're not saying make them. They're just teaching you about things, but using metaphors. Remember that. Okay, we're talking about white clothes. White clothes, that means white clothes. Tell us more about your white clothes. I was with a hectic warrior type gone rock before that. Chakazad is Makhosi spoke. A spirit of the cannabis go. Yes, yeah, that is, I guess, when it's English, it sounds much better. Because Kasutu ke panchi, in Zulu, in sound. But in English, it sounds like better. Cannabis, right? So when you talk about it, remember that sometimes our ways have been, because of the misuse, we tend to look at things that is being misused in a negative way. So even when we are talking about it as in properly, about it, and then it starts having some negative things about it, because you think about people who are like addicted to it and actually now even going bad way about it. And then the association now becomes like, I do not want to become like what you remember when people are actually misusing something, how they become, right? But then when you say, it's cannabis, it comes like mentally you're taking the, I don't want to colonize you here. All right, is there a white and jetty cloth? I have never seen one. I've never seen one. I've never seen one. I've never seen them just plain white and jetty cloth. I know that people talk about the colors. Remember that some things it doesn't mean because I haven't seen it. It doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It exists. Some of the spirits, they're giving people the colors that they know. But remember that the main important thing is the emblem. So the colors can be different for different people, and even new colors might appear if there's something coming in that Mandawi spirit want to introduce. I guess they'll bring it in there. Because I've heard other people dreaming about pink njeti, which I've seen someone wearing it. So it means it exists. Someone must have dreamed it. So it is symbolic for something, whatever that they're going to be teaching them. So even white, it might be there. I don't know. I haven't seen it. So that means it will be just plain white with plain white, because all of them, like you see this one is black because the emblem is colored black. Others are yellow because the emblem is colored yellow. So what if the emblem is colored white? The whole thing is just white. So I don't know. It might be there. It might be there. I don't know. I haven't seen it. So I'll be talking about something I haven't seen. Yes, there's white now. Ukuzola means Tidiman. Now Zol or to Zol means tool. Hey man, you see? Yes, you see, our words comes with something very important. Yes, it is exactly that. Yes, my underground and forced compliance to my own name. Okay, all right, okay. 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 You know that my name was cut short. Remember that when they were doing is Didimal, right? Madidmal. So my ID is coming from Madidimal. I'm talking about my name. My ID comes from Madidimal. So some people, they tend to say Didimal, right? Didimal, right? And when I was trying to explain it as well, as like someone who's a comforter kind of thing, but my name comes with it carries another meaning because it comes with its own. The person I was named after comes with its own totem, so it's different kind of thing. The totem as well. Hey, so Zara, what's happening there? We are touring. What about a white snuff? Is there such? Yes, there's white snuff. You see it a lot with a lot of. You see it a lot in Zimbabwe, isn't it? It's used a lot in Zimbabwe. White snuff. Do I have it? Do I have it at home? It's kind of like a yellowish kind, but not that it can be yellowish, but like a, what color? I don't know if you'll be able to see the curtain there. It's messy, isn't it? It's messy. I'll just quickly. No, it's messy. It's. Oh! I almost fell down. Actually, it's this color. It's almost like this color. But some of it is, yes, is a bit whitish, yes. The color, there are two colors that I've seen with that snuff. So it's different colors now, kind of thing. Yes, it's there. They call it a white snuff. Okay. I wish I had those nice experience with the water serpent. For me, it was not even sunny. The serpent formed a storm from an ocean, and it was dark. Then it landed in the room I was in. I ran. You can deal with it. You can deal with it. You can deal with it. The fear needs to go, man. The fear needs to go. The fear needs to go. Abalozi spirits used to come with that kind of things, Makhosi. I almost said nonsense. Makhosi spirit, they used to come with that, but as well, I was running away as well. Don't see me like this. I used to run as well. Used to be a runner. Yes. Not a runner like but I used to be a runner. Yes, I'll wear my trainers and run in those dream states because some things were catching me and unaware kind of thing. Especially those Abalozi water, the things, the water becomes like this big wave with the head, and it's making those sounds like you're not used to, and you can see it's coming. And then as I got more and more comfortable, I started wanting to see. But what is? Come on now. You can't do this for me. You can't trick me all the time in the dream state. I want to see. Look, what are you gonna do with me? Actually, it's the dream anyway. I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna just be myself. So I'm gonna deal with you in the dream state. Just do whatever you need to do. And then I started now knowing, even when I hear that sound that I used to be scared of when Abalozi are coming in. Like it is like the big boss is coming in. Like remember that they're coming in with the message as well. Like after that you get some beautiful messages, Abalozi. So big things are coming in, isn't it? So after that I became like I wasn't scared of those things. I will know when it's about to come. I know what to expect. The sound, I knew it. And even when it comes, I can see other people are like running. They think I'm gonna run, and I'm just looking at them and thinking, you shouldn't be running away from this. You're running away from what? That is me in those dream states. Okay. All right. What was it? Was it right? Okay. Sport, I think is goldfish, goldish gog. Yes, there is that snuff. Yes, yes, it is. It's there. It's there. Remember that it's different colors. It's different colors, and the way we see the colors, we are colorblind. Like I'm saying, is a lot. Like I've seen it. I don't know if I haven't seen it in South African markets. No, I haven't seen it, but I've seen it in Zimbabwe. I've seen it. That snuff. Actually, I should ask someone to bring it for me that way, just to smell it. I don't do it. I just smell it. I just like the smell of it. It's so good, isn't it? Just the smell of snuff, just smelling it. It's so beautiful. Okay. But I was running. I started noticing that it meant no harm. Good, they meant no harm. The Great Ancestral Olympics. You all love running, but you, they do. But your background view is gorgeous. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Spo. So that's why I'm trying to do that so that you don't concentrate too much on me. So, you don't see what is, you don't tend to look at me properly. You can look at it. It's dark now, isn't it? It's almost to 9, 12 minutes to 9. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. What a little bit hour on a copy and pasting. Okay. Yes, not that I've dreamt of riding on a serpent's back. Ooh, it was flying. It was several of them carrying other spiritual kids. The surrounding was mountains. Oh, that sounds beautiful, don't that? What do you mean you don't know what to mean? How? Oh, you're even riding serpents, like seriously. Some people are bragging here. Some people are bragging here. That sounds beautiful. Some people. Remember, if you can ride it. If you can ride it, then you can tell it where to go. You can drive. Okay. Remember, we're talking serpent here. The flying serpent. You can direct it. Turn right, turn left, go that way. I want to go higher up there. It takes you high up there. And you've got spiritual kids as well with you. Hey, Nonhlanhla, you're ready. and you are seeing the view of different things. So sound beautiful. It sounds beautiful. That's a big, beautiful one. Remember that some of us are riding through the waves. Some of us are out there, like flying up high up there. So you're doing everything that you're supposed to do spiritually. That's beautiful. You're up there, and it's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah. There's no Mary Potter here. That is beautiful, beautiful serpent baby there. Okay. Okay, when given spiritual names, must they call you with them? When given spiritual names, must they call you with them? Yes. You should remember when you're given spiritual names as well. It's good, especially if you get used to your spiritual. It's the most beautiful thing. Oh, spiritual names is beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Getting the spiritual name is the most beautiful thing on this entire earth. I think when I got my spiritual name, I think it was the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Remember, it was the most beautiful thing. Getting a spiritual name, guys, is the most beautiful things. You know, actually, getting a spiritual name, remember that you would have worked really hard, really hard, really hard. And your ancestors would have thought about it. They would have thought about it. And then they will look into the line you're going into as you work. And then they will name you accordingly. It's the most beautiful thing. Getting a spiritual name is the most beautiful thing. I mean, the most beautiful. There's no other way that I can explain it. I mean, when I got mine, excuse me, I didn't have anyone that I can share with at home, but I had my spiritual people here that I shared with, and I was just going crazy. I was just going crazy. I mean, I was just a mess, a crazy mess, a happy mess. I was crazy. I was in happiness. It was just beautiful. The spiritual name, guys, it's just worth it. It is worth it when you're getting it. It's worth it. It's worth every letter in that spiritual name is worth it. All the effort, all the things you've gone through, the things you've gone through. That spiritual name, when it's given, when that they stamp it, poof, you're called this. Guys, spiritual name is a big thing. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. For your ancestors to give you that spiritual name is a big thing. Is a big thing. Remember that all your ancestors, spirits and guides, they come in together to talk about your name. I mean, they sit around, all of them. They talk about your name. They think about your name. They think about the symbolism of your name. And they give it to you. I mean, seriously. Spiritual name is the most beautiful thing. I mean, it's just literally the most unbelievable thing. I don't know how to explain it. It's beautiful. When you're given that name, it's a pity some of us, we're still introducing ourselves. It's different. It's different when you're somewhere. It's the most beautiful thing. Actually, after you've got your spiritual name, when someone start calling you with, especially spiritually, people should actually call you by your spiritual name, because spiritual name, how do they say it? We've earned it. Yeah, that's the right word. We've earned that name. It's the most beautiful thing. We've earned that. When given spiritual names, must they call you with them? Yes. And you know the good thing about spiritual name, if anyone were to come to you, all they have to do is talk to their ancestors and tell them that we want to visit that name person, that spiritual name person. That is it. That is it. You don't have to know if someone where they are is dangerous and stuff like that. Your people will just go towards that person's ancestors using the spiritual name, and they will give them everything that they need to know about the healer you're going to. That is the importance of spiritual name. Your spiritual name is known spiritually by all ancestor spirits and guides in the northern hemisphere, in the southern hemisphere. That is the importance of spiritual name. Yours is your trademarked. Yes, it is a trademark. Is a permanent. No, today I was talking about it, and someone said, "What happens if they change it? If you go up the rank, do they change it?" And I said, "Oh, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure about that." But remember, it's a trademark. Is your trademark. It is known everywhere. When even someone who cannot speak the language, they just write your name down. Right? Even someone cannot talk, they write your name down, and they cannot talk. They talk to your ancestor spirits and guys. I'm talking about they cannot say something like because remember that it's not everyone who talks like the way we talk. Anyone in Indian, Chinese, anyone in any part of the world can just call your name to the ancestor spirits and they will give them information about you. I mean, I'm talking about if they're coming to you, because remember that it is on the need to know basis. You're really coming to us. Yes, we're looking at you. Yes, we're seeing you coming. Yes, this is the thing. Right? Anyone can use it. Remember that it's spiritual, so no one can just come in there, start learning about me by just learning about me. It doesn't work like that. Security-wise is strong. There's no playing around there. But I'm talking about when they need to find information about you because they need to come to you. So the ancestors are coming to your people. Remember, it is your ancestors, your spirits and guides are going spiritually to your people to find more, to ask permission as well, that the child should come to the healer. They use your spiritual name. So it's very important that it makes everything easy for us. It's like it's a password. Is it a password even? It's like it's there. It helps a lot of people. It stops a lot of these messes that we are facing as societies. People fooling others out there. They just use a spiritual name. They get all the things that they need to do. Your ancestor spirits and guides, they look into that person spiritually for you, and they solve a lot of things. Okay, we're talking about spiritual name. It's the most beautiful thing. Okay, we were talking about spiritual names, and so thanks God, one hour I get it in Cape Town. Get what Spo? Spo is talking about. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. Go ke bona le mabitso a rona ke copy and paste nyana. Okay, that's I'll write that one. Okay, Zara and Makhosi, the serpent was scary, the eyes had a strong aura or energy. Okay, 9 at night. Yes, it's 3 minutes to 9 at night now. Yeah, it looks like daytime, isn't it? Yeah, it's still like daytime here. So it still looks like daytime. And I'm like, yeah, it's summer. Okay. It's summer, but winter, 12:30 going to 1, we start getting into the dark. We start, you can see the darkness from 12:30 after lunch, it start getting dark. But summer we get excited and not to get excited, but then we are excited. It's confusing, isn't it, this feeling? Because I don't know how to stop running, because when I wake up, I just feel bad, yes? That reason alone should make you stop. Feeling bad, you should stop. Let me rename Nontlatla to Mary to Nontlatla is flying around. Hey, some people are here. How do you know you have a memory spirit on Zunza? Memory spirit, mentor. Memory is just the human being and the thing, isn't it? The human being comes in, the human being and the fish, half of a fish. It's just a symbolism of two becoming one, being in alignment with the two different things, of water and of land, a person and a mama becoming one. So you can turn into any different things. You can become two. You can be of anything. So it doesn't mean like you can. I don't know. At the moment, the only people who came to me to tell me this, the mermaid spirit, the mermaid, when we see mermaid, Mandawi spirit comes with the mermaid because the message within that is simple, that we can be two. Like you are not different from the fish. The fish is not different from the human being. I mean, spiritually, we are together as one. So that is the mermaid. So I don't know about the mermaid spirit. I don't know about that. Okay. How do you know how you have? Okay. And Zunza. The question is, how do you know you have in Zunza? When you have in Zunza, they should come and appear to you. They will appear to you. Zunza comes in different ways. They will appear to you. It's the spirit that makes it rain, right? The spirit is very sacred spirit. When it comes, it can come in different ways. But when it comes to you the first time, you know you're going into the sacredness bit of things. So it can be shown in too many different ways. You can be in mine when it was revealing to me the first time. I was taken to the body of water, right? The body of water was surrounded by stones and stuff like that. It was a sacred place. And when I get there, I couldn't even be there without being busy, kind of thing, in the dream, because they were showing me the sacredness. And then as well, they had to play the chanting kind of thing, because they were showing me that what I'm about to align with is so sacred, the sacredness of it, and showing me that this other numbers there, like when you're looking up there, because obviously there's some things there when you put this and this together, that bit. So they were giving me clues about the sacredness of that serpent. Now, sometimes to other people it comes in as a serpent. You see a serpent, just a big serpent and stuff like that, doing the serpent moves and stuff like that, going into the water and stuff like that, and appearing and showing you the things. But a lot of it now shows with people like with light on it. It's a serpent that lights, that have a glow on it. But sometimes not only you will see that, then you will see even sometimes they can use the symbolism of the sun affecting things on the ground. The sun, because in Zunza, the sun, it does what the sun needs to do, right? It can affect things. The sun itself on its own can even cook things for you, can burn things, can turn things, like these things can melt it, because obviously they're showing you the Zunza, the power of that spirit in Zunza and stuff like that. Remember the sun and stuff. So it comes in different ways. I've explained it in the sign that Zunza comes in the video, but it comes in different ways for different people. Okay. Okay, that was Mad Dog. You see, is a special name. I was confused. Some of us are not there yet. That's why we ran, because 1, 2, 3, you're sleepy, jig, you are in a different dimension. You're very until you're free from all the running across dimensions and then fearing it. Okay, I was introduced as a gospel. I was introduced a certain name in a dream, and the man praising me in that name. I told them, no, that's not my clan name. I told them who I am. I realized later that could be my new name. Wow, that sounds like a beautiful name. That sounds like a beautiful name, Paul. I wonder what name it was. That sounds like a beautiful name. Oh, that sounds like you remember the name? As Pope. That sounds like a beautiful name. And even you saying that's not my clan name, you are explaining, they're showing you, they're telling you that what they're telling you is not your clan name. You are saying to them, that's not my clan name. But then they're telling what your name is. Oh, that sounds beautiful, Pope. That sounds beautiful. Oh, I love hearing about name calling in dreams. I love it. I love it. I love it. Zaromaya was exactly the spiritual name, and I immediately switched it from Gogo to. Oh, I was asking myself, what is happening with Zaromaya? So what's happening at Gogo to? Please tell us, what do they say it means? What's this? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful. I completely hear you go. It took about 20 years to show. It's a part of a. Oh, that's so beautiful. Yes, it's so beautiful. Remember with these names, they come with meaning. They don't just give it. Don't just give it to you like that. The name comes with meaning. Remember with this name, they don't just name you. Ancestors don't just name you. You might have forgotten what the scenarios they were playing in the dream, building up to the name, but you need to go back to ask them if you can't remember the scenarios that were playing, explaining your name. You need to, because it's very important for your ancestors as well, for you to understand what your name, the symbolism for them, all of them choosing that particular name is all about. It's so beautiful. Ancestors with name. Yeah, we can talk about names. What is the things going on like this? What's happening with internet? What's happening with internet, guys? Am I playing like my video? It looks like here. It looks like am I using Wi-Fi? Let me see. I'm using Wi-Fi, but then what's happening? Where's the? It's not raining. So what's happening? Okay, maybe too many people fighting over the Wi-Fi. What's happening? Can someone tell me what's happening with the internet? I look like I'm frozen here. There isn't maybe this one. Okay. I had a dream. Looks like I'm freezing on this other one. Guys, am I freezing on your screens? I'm freezing on this one. I had a dream. My late mother gave 50 cents, all big one, to buy an apple. But the apple in my hand turned to be this bone with the darker spots on top. Snail. Does it fall on the or it? That sounds beautiful. What? Darker spots on top. Snail. This bone with darker spots on top. Snail. Hey, ancestors, when they're giving us these things. Hey, ancestors, they use remember that it's very difficult from what I've learned, even the handing of different shobas, right? The way they come in like it's something else, and then it symbolizes something else, and then it goes into the color that your ancestors as well want to get for that particular thing. So let's say maybe you're handed something and you look at it, you look properly into it. That symbolism of it, you're saying the snail, isn't it? They say, does it fall on Ndau or hit as self-initiate? I can't tell if it means Ndau or not. Remember, this one will be different for me to explain. Remember, sometimes the things that they're handing you, even in the dream, if you don't, they don't make you think. I've learned some people, they don't think about things like the way we think about things as well sometimes in the dream. But sometimes when they're giving you something, when you're not thinking in the dream about this thing you're holding, that snail, the snail and the color symbolizes. When you come out of the dream, when you partner, when you partner and ask your people what that means, they should tell you what it means. They should tell you, like they should make you think about something. They should bring the weight. They should just say one weight. This, right? They should say it for you. You should hear it. But then you need to go back to them, because that is very important. Whatever that your mama is giving you is very important. You should go back to them. If you haven't partnered after that, to ask what that is, if you were not thinking about what it is in the dream state. So you should partner about it to ask what is that? What is she handing you? Right? What is she handing you? I'm not getting Ndau vibes. I'm not getting Ndau vibes. But you should ask her what she's giving you, because it's very important for your mom and you. About it, don't know what to do with it. So you bought the snail. You bought the snail thing. Gosh, what are my things? You should ask them. You should ask them what it means. You should ask them what it means. I hope you're not collecting divination bones. Snail. Is it small or big? Oh, what are you collecting? What are they giving you? I don't know who they collect things in different ways. What are we collecting, Sape? How big is it? Can you throw it? Can it give you messages? All right. I bought it and don't know what to do with it. Okay. Okay. This is not a live thing, isn't it? It's not live, isn't it? It's a shell? Is it a snail shell? I was introduced as Smakul. Oh, they went on and on and on pressing me. This is the second or third. Ah, Smakul. Makhosi, Smakul. So you should change your name, Haibo. Smakul. That's a beautiful name. What does it mean? All I can see is Smakul as the great ones, I guess. Smakul. I guess there's more to it. But it sounds beautiful. It's a beautiful name. You should appreciate that beautiful name. And the first name I was given is Bongi Tong. Heaven! Bongi Tong is Makul. Heaven! What are we doing here? Heaven! Heaven! What is happening, Spo? What your name is? Spo, just introduce yourself properly to us so that we call you properly. Please introduce yourself. Spo, please introduce yourself with your name properly so that we talk to you properly. We celebrate with you. Please just write your name as in what we're supposed to call you so we can celebrate with you. Because this is beautiful. As usual, you don't understand how beautiful this is. The naming, the finding out about your name, your spiritual name, the beauty of it. The beauty of it. It is a big thing. Can you give us your name so that we can call you? Like, my name is this, so that we can call you and celebrate with you, Spo. Because even Spo now sounds like I'm wronging your people now calling this, instead of calling you by your rightful name. Okay, please introduce yourself properly. I hope you this Spo, so we can talk to the rightful name person. All right. Where was I? Wow, how beautiful is that? Bongitong. Bongitong is Makul. Yeah, it's Makul. Bongitong is Makul. Please introduce yourself properly so we call you properly according to how your ancestors would prefer us to call you. Remember, you've been with us for a long time in this journey. Makhosi, Bongitong Smakulu. Siyajabulela igama lelihle abantu. Yo, Makhosi, Bongitong Smakulu, Makhosi, Bongitong Smakulu. How beautiful is that? Bongitong Smakulu. How beautiful is that? Bongitong Smakulu, you have been on this journey for a long time. Bongitong, Makhosi. You worked hard, you know. You worked really, really hard. You're well deserving of that name. You're well deserving of that name. That is a big, long process you've been on. We have been with you on these sessions. Like with you, going on with you. That means you have been listening to your people properly, replying to them, talking to them, and listening to them and understanding their messages, going back to them. And they finally decide, our child is no longer just our child. This is Bongitong Smakulu. Even your ancestors, your spirits and your guides, when they're talking to you, they are no longer talking to our child's Spo. They are talking to Bongitong Smakulu. Makhosi. How? Makhosi. How beautiful is that? I Bongitong. Makhosi. Beautiful, well deserved. Well deserved. You worked hard, man. You really worked hard. Okay, you worked really, really hard. My gosh. Gosh, it's great to, and how do I say it? I'm so honored that you could share this beautiful name with us, this live, what they call it. You could share this, what they call it when you've got to that stage and you're going further up. You can share this moment with us. That is the beautiful thing. Bongi Tongs, I hope you can change your name so that I don't use that name that you're using there. We talk to you the way that your people will want us to talk to you, because we're giving them that, we're giving you that respect that you well deserve. You really deserve that respect. Remember, the way that people address you, the way that you want people to address you, you want them to address you with the respect that you well deserve. So when you're given that name, you want us to respect you as such. Be that. Wow, how beautiful is that, Makhosi? Okay, where were we? Okay, at night, Zunza. I was confused. So, okay. What was London saying there? I was confused. Some of us are not there yet. Okay, okay, I've got that. Different dimensions. Okay. Okay, was exactly the spiritual name. Okay, I got that. 20 years. Wow. Is that part of a long name? Wow, wow. We love to know these names. Guys, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'm a name addict at this particular moment. I have to say. I'm a name addict. Every time I talk to someone, even if I'm meeting for the first time, we're still a long way to go. I just want to know the name because I'm a name addict at the moment. It is my addiction. Like when ancestors are naming, I want to hear, and I want to see how they're doing it as well, because they're doing it in different special ways as well. Anyway, well, the coin, okay. Okay, child of shining light is Zarama. Wow, child of a shining light is Zaramai. Okay, I was swimming in water when the forefathers kept saying that was my name. Wow, 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 wow. In the Rasta faith, it will be the Rani Selassie. Wow, wow. The child of shining light. Wow, that is so beautiful. It's so beautiful, these names. My daughter's name is Zara. So Zarma, I think you start thinking that what's happening? Are we following each other here somehow? Yes, that's beautiful. On my end too. Is it still fuzzy? The internet? Is the internet still there? It's still fuzzy. Okay. Yes, Gogo, they tell you when you have that Bukosin. Yes, Gogo, they tell you when you have Zunza, and was told by a young boy about 5 to 6 years. In he was wearing a maroon jetty and said, "Cool, Zunza." Yeah, man. That sounds beautiful. Hey, so the Mandawes are now even telling you they've got Zunza. And we're hearing things here, beautiful things. I guess these things are beautiful. Spirituality is a beautiful thing. And we're learning different ways of how our ancestors are introducing different things. Hey, we're learning a lot of different things. You see how they work together. The Mandawe were introducing the Zunza spirit to Mkolu. Hi, this is so beautiful, man. This is beautiful. Hi, do you see how our people connect with each other, and how we should treat all of our spirits with respect, the same respect we should give them, an equal standing in the way we think about them, and the way we talk to them, and the way we look into them, right? Even though they've got their own specialties, but we should treat them the same way. Look at this. Manda where are introducing the Zunza. That's beautiful, man. You guys are killing us with beautifulness today. Okay, remember that I'm using English. All I'm just trying to say, hey, but English as well. I sound like I'm saying something that is something else. Okay, scholar Thokoza Makhosi, can you explain about the Inkanyama spirit? I have tried a little bit. I can't explain it that much. I don't know much about it, like as much as I can explain it properly. I wonder if I tried it. I think when I was actually even talking about in Zunza, someone asked me about Inkanyama, and my people, I think at the time as well, they said they'll come back to me, and some names as well. Remember that different tribes might use different names for one particular thing, and it might mean one certain thing. So I hope they'll come back with more information about this, so I can explain it properly or separately on its own. What was it? A snail or maggot on the apple? Evan, what's happening? What is that? What's happening with the maggot? It's actually a snail-shaped shell. And what? What's happening? It's a snail shell from the ocean. Some healers include it in their back. Wow, we're hearing things here. Some people wear it as a jewel, hold on to it. They tell to. You see, they're collecting divination balls one at a time. Go, what's the significance of this slingshot in dreams? What's a slingshot? What's a slingshot? You have to Google. I think I'll Google this one. But what is a slingshot before I go into that? What's happening? Mine was Bambata Manza. Oh, what? Bambata Manza Mangan. Heaven! Hey! Makhosi Bambata Manza Mangan. Hey, I'm not saying it properly. Bambata Ubambata Manza Mangan. Makhosi. Hey man! Hey, Ubambata Manzamman. Explain it. What does it mean? I'm sorry, my Zulu has gone here. What does it mean? Ubambata Manzamman. Manzamman. Oh, Ubambata Manzamman. So I can hear the small water. Ubambata was carrying or something. Ubambata or Babir. So explain to us in what does it mean, Ubambat? Manzamngan, what does it mean? So that we explain the meaning we understand the meaning behind the name. That sounds beautiful. That's beautiful, Ubambat, Manzamngan. Manzamngan. Hey man. Ubambat, Manzamngan. Bongi Tong. Cool. Okay. Wow, that's beautiful names, man. You guys are coming with beautiful names. My Bongitong. Hey, hey, Aisha. Okay. Hey, man. Hey. 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 I joined late. I joined late. Okay. Makhosi, Babaka. We are here. We're still going to be here. Guys, remember, these beautiful dates that you're sharing here, they've got big messages within them. Big messages. And when you start working properly with others, if you haven't yet started, you will see that name, the reason why your people covered it makes sense. It makes sense with what you're doing. It makes sense with what you're doing. how you're operating and stuff like that. Oh, it's so beautiful. How you guys are getting beautiful names. Why is this one? It keeps on like going fizzy like that, going fuzzy. What's happening with internet here? I've been so confused and clueless, but now I'm seeing light. Okay. Hey, Bogito. Welcome. Hey, you helped me a great deal. Makhosi. You know, the first time I heard this word, that was before I became a healer. Makwande kind of name, right? And I didn't know what it meant. It was within the dream, right? I didn't know this, and I've forgotten about it. And I remember actually because I was like the explanation, as in thinking about in logical terms, just went out of the way. So I was looking to see, because I thought it is the name of a person, right, in the dream, because the Mkulu ancestor who told me Makwande after what was happening in the scenario, what was happening in the dream, I thought they were saying to me that their name is Makwande, right? I sometimes you can be blind in this spiritual path. That was a long time ago. And I went there, I was asking, I was even calling myself, do we have Makwande in our family? Do we have Makwande and stuff like that? Because I don't want to tell you about things that I used to do, because you might start laughing at me. Yes, Guzokanya, Bongito. Makhosi Wibelo. Okay, congratulations, Makhosi. Wow. And Makhosi Mbuyabanda. It's a beautiful name. Yes, it's beautiful. Makhosi. Yes, by it. Yes, really. Sometimes remember when we are self-initiating, we can't even share our excitement properly with others, because we are still self-initiating. It's difficult, isn't it? Especially if you're still alone out there, you're still learning this. Your people are still with you, just with you. So it's difficult that when you're getting these beautiful names, we don't actually understand the significance of it, the beautifulness of it, the importance of it. And then you're thinking about it, and you've just been given a name you want to share with the family, and you're thinking, oh, they're going to be asking, you've been given a name, and what are you? I thought you're supposed to go and trust. You've been given a name sitting around watching Netflix, right? Making it simple. It's too hard on yourself initiative. You can't actually share it like the way that you will share it beautifully in the Ndumba, right? So you're there with a beautiful name, your ancestors in the dream were like a but when they're doing remember that they're doing this when they're about ready. Like bigging you up, and they're bigging you up in the dream state. I don't know how I'm managing the dream state, because physically when they were bigging me up with the name, I was doing the elephant things, the roars, the elephants, the way they do. I don't know if it's raw or whatever, with that thing. When they say, go home, and I was like, I was sitting down there on the sofa and writing down. And obviously I stopped writing down because all the ancestors were screaming this big name, go home, kind of thing. And I was like, even me going like this, like, feeling it, like sitting down there on the sofa. Remember, I was alone, this was self-initiating. And I said, go home, go home. And they were doing like it. They were not doing Toholo Madiroga. They were doing like it. And they were doing Sira to my healer totem. The healer totem. And I was like, woo! Sitting down there on the sofa alone, and there was no one watching me. And I was listening. They were my ancestors. So they remember they were doing it, they were so excited, and the excitement was too galore, even I was too overwhelmed, like sitting down there on the sofa, right? I can remember where I was sitting as well, the position where I was facing as well. And they were doing that, and I was like, doing that. Remember that I couldn't do like physically, like do like an elephant would do with that tusk. It's with the elephant thing, the tusk. And I couldn't do that. But spiritual, I was doing it, and I could hear myself doing that, doing like a real elephant would do. But I was spiritually doing it. Remember, I was half trance, half physical. I was doing the elephant thing. I was an elephant in the dream, in that trance. I was proper elephant, and I was there bigging me up an elephant, and then doing the totem thing, and just doing that. And after everyone coming one by one and just telling me like, "Woo, hey!" I knew I was well deserving of that name. Right? That is the first time. Now the second time when they were adding Makhosi Amakulu. That one was different. That one was different. I was there writing down and waiting and saying to my ancestors, like I was. They said Mogulu. I thought I didn't hear properly. They said Mogulu because they're talking to me. They were talking to me. They said Mogulu. I'm writing Mogulu, and I hear Makhosi. And then I'm confused a bit because I'm thinking Mogulu is Sotho. Now why are they saying Makhosi? This is sound English. And I mean, it sounds Zulu, right? Why are they saying Mogulu Makhosi? The name is Sotho and not Zulu. Remember, I'm being honest here. I'm telling you about what I was thinking. Because remember, I was expecting my name to just be Sotho. And they're saying Makhosi. They say Makhosi. Before I even finished writing the Kulu bit, I couldn't hear properly. But then I had to hold the pen. And then they were saying Pogulu. And they said, that is your name, my child. And I remember the first time I had someone even saying Makhosi to me. I was on the train. Remember, after they've given to me, I was sitting on my hands and thinking how I'm going to share this. Because remember, at that time as well, the excitement was too galore. Every time I had beautiful things, I want to go online to share with you guys. Those who have been following my thing. Because remember that the only tribe you find is here. So I was there thinking I'm going to wait and I'm going to share it. And then someone sent me a message, WhatsApp message, and saying Makhosi there in my dream by Yeti kind of thing. And I'm like, wow! I'm on the train, I'm still going somewhere. Yay! I was buzzing, like proper buzzing. You know, like a buzzing. So I understand the significance of when you get a name. The way we feel, you know, the way we feel, and it's meant to be that way. We're supposed to feel that way. The beautiful bit of it. Okay, Makhosi Khumutso. Ntombi, I was what? I was known by Makhosi name as Bayet Ingwenya. Oh. I was known by Makhosi name as Bayet Ingwenyama. Wow! And Mandao spirit came and told me now I will be called Huide, pronounced Zuide. Wow! Because they lead my gifts. Wow! That is beautiful. It's something I haven't had. Okay, that's beautiful information. Don't be there. Then why are you not putting your names there? Guys, remember that sometimes these names, they give us some things. They even the way we're talking to you, we start shivering. The name, just by the name alone. When I'm start reading there and I'm saying Makhosi, I read your name there, I start shivering with the name there. It's important. These names, they've got big things, you know. So that sounds beautiful. Wow. Zwide. Wow, Ndomi. That's beautiful, Makhosi. Ingwenyama, Ingwenyama, Zwide. Ay, Zwide. Hey, that's beautiful. Makhosi, Mr. Plum Tree and family. Makhosi, oh, you remind me of the family Plum Tree. Oh, that's beautiful. I now give up on this. Let's control paste. Copy and pasting situation is giving me tickling vibes. Yes, it is there. We are connected. Remember, we are connected. we get connected. God, I'm facing and I'm laughing too much. Now it's no longer even the tears falling us. No, guys, this is beautiful things you're sharing here. Slingshot is sling in close. Slingshot, let me just sling. Hey, hi, is close. Okay, slingshot. Let me see slingshot. Oh, okay. Oh, now grow up, you're calling it Durakera. So what was happening with it? What was happening with it, Spo? You get, okay. Johanna, you get, okay. Bambata is from Royal House from Zulu Kingdom. Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Mazamlan is small water, meaning any problem that comes my way is nothing. Wow. Hey, Makhosi. Yeah, Makhosi Makul. Bambata. Wow, that's a beautiful name. I can just picture your ancestor. Wonke labona laba bonke amanzi amancane lana sizoshaya wonke siyangena kuwo siyaphuma kuwo siyachitha wonke akancane kuwe mntanami walaba ubambatha mntanami lezi uzibona lazi izinto lezi uzibona lezo amanzi amancane mntanami. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm going into that mode and I can't even speak Zulu properly. Hey, but I get you. That sounds beautiful. Bambata, Mazamlan. That's beautiful. Thinking their name was Makwand. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. It was a long time ago. Somebody was Makwand. Hey, because the last conversation, I was asking, isn't it in the dream? I was lucid dreaming as well. I was asking them, sorry, Jim, I'll give it to you. Just give me some time slot. And don't close the door too much because the internet is freezing here. Don't close that main door. Don't close it so I can get. It's freezing. Yeah, my ancestors are going to be laughing at me tonight with the way I was speaking Zulu. Okay, all right. Yes, rubber band held against. Guys, you even saying it to me like that. I know this is too much. The way you explain it like I'm in crush. Kitty Reker, slingshots, Kitty Reker. Now I won't forget it. I've never seen it anywhere in English. I'm always looking for this. Yes, I've got the. But what happened to the dream? Why were they showing me the record? The screenshots. Why were they showing me the thing? Yes. Hey, dreaming everything made by leopard skin in the room you were in. Now it is dark outside. It's so beautiful. Is it dark? You can see the darkness. You know, I missed actually. There was, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago. There was what they call it, those light that goes like a different light. What they call it? Like different colors. The whole up there. What they call it? Aurora light, I think, if I'm calling it properly, the aurora light, there were people taking pictures, they were posting pictures of they've seen this and stuff like that. Not rainbow, it was at night, after midnight. And I was thinking, I'm always sitting here, and until late, I'm sitting here because I'm just here, like, looking at the trees. Gosh, this is the kind of my part-time thing. And then I was thinking, I had missed the aurora light kind of thing. Ooh, I would have loved to see that. That's one thing that I've always said I want to see, like in my lifetime. I want to see it, like when they do that. What they call it? Apart from the aurora light, they call it something else. There's another light, the name for it. The northern lights. The northern lights. The northern lights, where the sky is got different colors. The whole sky, not we're not talking about rainbow, right? I'm talking the whole sky is got different colors. It's at night. We're talking about at night. Different colors. The whole place is like beautiful, beautiful aurora light. Aurora light. Beautiful, beautiful. I've never seen it. I'm just explaining from the dreams, right? Yes, but I was thinking, I missed it. I missed it. It's something I should have seen, but I missed it. Okay. Anyway, we are talking about the dark. That's why that came into it. Vision of Mangaka GP hailing and searching for a person as I remember that I don't use this against me. Nothing like yes. Don't use this against me. Because like I was asking this Mkulu, what is your name? Remember that I was trying to get the name before I come out of the dream. What is your name? What is your name? And he said Makwand. And then he said something else, the another name. He said Makwand with a Sotho name kind of thing. And then I thought, whew, this is the name. And even that other Sotho name, I didn't, it was like something else. So I thought, this is the name with the same name. I'm coming. Remember that it was before I understood these things, guys. Just before I understood these things. Hey, Gogo, yes, there is this dream that is still confusing me. That is Gogo, because it's been what months since I had this dream. What happened in the dream? Since I had this dream, I saw 3 aliens coming out of the sea. Wow, that sounds beautiful. And then what happened in the dream? Remember, even these aliens, they've got their names. Some of us are still trying to understand the aliens. They come in different forms, the aliens. They're different ones. But we want to know if this is something specific to a different dimensional state. It's not like the Abalozi kind of things, but it's a different dimensional state, but it's different, isn't it? Remember, aliens, they are different. We have different kind of aliens coming to us and coming to share information with us. But the problem with us when the aliens comes, when I'm saying aliens, they are really aliens. When they come to us, because we are not used to seeing things in that way, we do not know how to approach and talk to them, right? So we need sometimes to approach. Remember that in the dream, remember nothing can happen to you in the dream, right? Excuse me. As someone who wants to learn more. So when we see these aliens, it took me about 2 or 3 goes before I got comfortable around aliens. I mean, the 2 goes that they happened. The 3rd goes, I started being comfortable. The 3rd time, the 4th time, it was still showing my fear of these aliens. So I have not yet like properly being able to approach them properly myself, the aliens in mind. So, but the only advice I can give you is that when we see aliens in these dreams, we need to approach. But remember that you're approaching something that you do not yet know or do not yet understand. So approach it the same way as you approach something that is unknown to you and something what is expected of you as well, and how you're supposed to deal with it. So meaning that when you're approaching and when you're talking to it, like you're talking to a human being, right? Some aliens, the way that we talk to each other, we might not be able to understand each other. So you work around what you see in those dreams when you're being approached by them. What you see, what clues are you getting when you're trying to talk to them? How do they react to you and stuff like that, right? Sometimes the reaction is based on what the confusion and when they don't understand you and when you don't understand them. Because sometimes the way we approach might not be necessarily the right way that they need to be approached. Because you might approach them and they might look at it as in like a danger zone kind of thing. Or when they're approaching you as well, like when you're fearful, you might think it's dangerous because as well the way they're coming is not the way that you're used to. Because as well they come with different kind of energy, these aliens. I'm talking about different entities, spiritual entities who are appearing, these aliens. Remember, we're using the words that we can only associate with something that doesn't look like things that we've seen in human beings. It looks alien kind of thing, spirit entity kind of thing, right? An entity of some sort. So you approach them in a way. But you remember that with these spiritual entities, when they come to us, remember that it depends. I can't say this means it's from this bit or from this bit, because remember they come the same way as the different water spirits. Even these aliens, different aliens from different dimensional states, not from the dimensional state. Unless if they've known, they've been talking to them and they know, then they can tell that these aliens who looks like this are like these ones, because they come like that, right? So you need to be able to approach, and if you don't know how to approach or you don't know how to communicate with them, even the first time you approach them, and then when you're talking, you realize that the communication doesn't work properly. So that's when you will be taken into the dream school. And the aliens as well, they will appear but not coming as aliens, because remember as well, they will try to adjust you. They will appear to be coming to school with you so that you can learn about each other's differences, the way you communicate with each other, that when you greet them, this is expected of you. They will teach you step by step, but they will take you to the dream state, because now they will be the dream school, because now they're saying that you are both of you and the aliens are now learning to talk properly and approach each other properly, as is expected of the aliens, human being approaching them, and as is expected a human being approached by aliens. So that bit, they take that bit off through the school. When I'm saying ndau and ndau, it's not how we're supposed to saying it. You're not supposed to say it like that to us. You're not supposed to greet us like that. This is when you're taken to the class environment. You're not supposed to greet us like that. Thokozani, you're not supposed to greet us like that. Hi, we are not greeted like this. Us, when you're greeting us, you're looking at us. And then you do this. Now, remember this, I'm giving you an example. I'm just showing you the differences that we might have with aliens that are being introduced to us, because these are coming from a different dimensional state. So then in that, when you're learning how to approach each other, they show that you approach us like this. When you see me smiling, it's not because I'm smiling because of that. It is how we receive people. We make people feel comfortable around us. Because don't look at me smiling like this and think maybe I'm like maybe giving you a threatening thing or something like that. It's just the way that as human beings, when we see someone and want someone to feel welcome in our presence, we tend to smile so that they can come into our space. But then the aliens, is that why like this when we met you the first time, you were smiling at us and we were like getting confused with it. All right, now we understand. This is when you're learning about each other's differences, but we should not be scared. So said Makhosi, and still I hope my aliens don't come today because they think I'm great. All right, the spiritual entities we are talking about. Okay, all right, so what happened there? Someone is talking about I woke up in the next morning. Did I miss a lot of things? Okay. What was happening? I was talking about the spiritual entities, isn't it? Okay, I was answering Bambat, Manzamwa. Okay. All right. That's beautiful, Tombi. The most amazing thing happened after being given that down name. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful. Guys, you need to try, and when you can, use your name so that we approach you properly. It was given to me, Gogo. Okay. Yeah, that sounds interesting. And then when it was given to you, what did they say afterwards? Remember that you need the way you're talking to them, you've been talking to them beautifully, because if they've given you that beautiful name, that means you're hearing them and they're communicating back with you. So what do they say about them? Rainbow, okay, here's the Northern Lights. I woke up the next morning and I was able to hear speak the other the other ground language. I'm not able to connect with other people's spirits. Wow, that's so beautiful, Dombi. What is it? Dombi's called what? Dombi's called. Is it Zwide? Yes, that's how beautiful they. What is Jobi's name? I don't want to call it the wrong way. Okay, where was I? Okay, I can't go back to the messages somehow. I don't know why. I still cannot tell who's which spirit when I see celebrities and presidents. I wish they can introduce themselves verbally. And it's very important, especially when they use those. Remember, it's very important. When they use celebrities, when they use celebrities, the message is very important for you. Now they have to go that way so that you wake up remembering the dream. Because they're amplifying it using that celebrity. Okay, the messenger, Makhosi, the messenger. Okay, dial one. What? Dial 1,800. Okay, at Kaya Linda for the children that with the aliens. Yes. And these aliens, they look beautiful. Okay, they look beautiful. Woo, the aliens will find you even if you hide from them. The aliens, they're different, It's not like ancestors. Ancestors, they let you hide and they just show you that you're hiding. The aliens will just the aliens as well, they have different ways as well. Remember that they're not like us. Because sometimes they don't actually talk. Actually, they don't talk. That's why sometimes we are taken to school with them. Because the communication, some of them, is not the same as ours, and the language is not the same as ours, and it's not even cannot be interpreted either. So they will be taken. Remember when I say cannot be interpreted, is that remember that sometimes they're using this because you have to understand the differences as well. So remember that in the spiritual realm, there's always going to be someone who understands something, right? Someone who's gone there and who's spoken to them before and who understands something. So that's why they're coming to us. Okay, I'm so happy, Makhosi, to be with you on the live for the first time. Always I watch the YouTube. Oh, Makhosi, the team as well. Thank you very much for the love you have. Respect as well, Makhosi. Good luck on the journey, Makhosi. Okay, Zamara, if that is because if you recall very well, they turn into big and huge waves. What does it mean? The internet is very bad now. Yeah, it's very bad. I hope you can hear me, even though the internet is bad. What does it mean when you keep dreaming of UFOs? What's happening with UFOs, the messenger? Some of the stars by Mkulu Kredemuto, some believe that star seed and indigo people often see dreams of visions of aliens. It could be something else though. Discernment needed. I don't know much. I still need my aliens to come and teach me more about them, because they keep on coming a little bit. Remember that even these aliens, they know when we are ready and when we are not. The same as the way the ancestors come in. They just go, we see them playing around, they do playing in the park too far away from us, and we're asking, who's actually playing there in the park? It looks like an ancestor. And then they take a long time before they come to you. So even these aliens, it depends. But some people, they've gone there. They've been taken to the alien place. And remember that I'm talking about the aliens who come to us. Some people have been taken to the alien side of things. So they got a first information because they've been there around them. How special is that? Hey, some people are special out there. There's some content of Baba Kreju explaining the connections between this. Okay, the sea dolphins, the water, and the people of the serious star. On a serious note, how work will answer you. Okay, thank you. Was to look for the to buy that book. Zwide, yeah, Zwide, Ndawe Zwide. Yes, I've dreamt of coming out of the ocean on little UFOs with silver beings. Wow, that's interesting. The messenger. That's interesting. That's interesting. And then what happened? There's a video of Amuto explaining the alien dolphin and star series origin of Abamutu. Also explain this well. All right, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. But remember on I've watched, I think I've watched that video, but I didn't understand it, isn't it? Remember that sometimes when you're on this path, your ancestors, when you're watching something you're not supposed to watch, they close your ears. You'll be watching something, but you wouldn't, not even closing your eyes, because you mind reading through, like you're listening through information. They close it. You're shut. They shut it. You can listen to someone talking, but they shut it. You can't receive information. You're shut. So you'll be there just for 10 minutes. You're shut. You're shut. Your ears are shut. Nothing. You can't hear anything if it's not necessary. That's the ancestors' spirits and guys. The ears, they spiritually shut you. Like they shut you. They literally like that. They put their fingers on your ears. You can't hear. Okay, do you want to find it? Okay. Do you have impanded to initiate or connect Abalozi? Makhosi, Simiso. Remember that if your people want you to send, they want to send you to someone, they will guide you towards the right person for you. So they will show you the person you should go to, or else they will do it themselves. They can initiate you themselves. And if they can't initiate you themselves, they might lead you towards someone who might be able to mentor you while they're helping you. But if they want you to go directly and stay with someone as well, they will show you. They will do that. If they haven't yet sent you to someone, and that means it's not time, they might just be doing it themselves with you. But sometimes it might take time, and sometimes we think, why am I seeing these dreams, and it takes time. But if you haven't been directed to someone who will explain things to you properly, this journey might look like it's dragging, right? But a lot of us, we will be led towards people when we need them most at that particular time. So even the spirits, if they want someone to help you, they'll do that. That person will appear to you, and the spirits will lead you towards that person. So you are in the right place, Makhosi. All right. What do I do when I hear Zian whistling in Tsuku, Makhosi? While bending up and feeling this. Hi, Bo. Hey, yeah. We've been here for 2 hours. Almost, guys, we have 5 more minutes now. 3 hours almost. But can you believe it's almost 10 o'clock? It's only 2 minutes to 10. Hi. Time. What do I do when I hear tea and whistling while bending up and feeling dizzy? Yes, just guide your people. Just if you partner, just partner and listen. Remember, don't just partner and just be talking and talking and talking, right? Because a lot of people, they think partnering means you have to be talking. I call you all the ancestor spirits and guys. I want to hear if you're the one calling me and stuff. Are you the one doing the twee and whistling in my ear and stuff like that? And then you continue talking and talking and talking. While the most important thing is to listen. Remember, you, for the fact that you've already said, I am here. I am here. I am ready to hear what you say. That is the most important step. Don't be quiet. Listen to your body. Feeling dizzy, a lot of us, when we start, I'm talking about, remember that I'm not, remember that I am here only talking about spiritual matters. Some spiritual things, some Physical things might appear as in, like it's for spiritual, as it's for medical attention. But here we are here talking about spiritual. Sometimes when we hear these things, and dizziness, sometimes when we are trancing, remember your body is changing. It's changing. Some people, it can feel like you're getting dizzy, especially isn't it? Getting dizzy and stuff like that. Remember that if everything is all right with you. Getting dizzy, and then you go into this trance mode and stuff like that. Remember, we can only give you advice based on spiritual. But some dizziness might not necessarily be. But here we're talking about if it's spiritual. So you just hear, listen, and when you're going into a trance as well, remember as you're going and going, you have to guide the spirit that is taking you in a trance. You have to guide it. Guiding means that, yes, remember that you don't have to talk a lot. I'm here, I'm listening. I can feel myself going this. Looks like I'm going this. Is it you? It's like a talking inside, like just be comfortable. Whenever you're ready, show yourself. Whenever you're ready, you do this when you're ready as well. You don't want to shock yourself towards the end of the trance, and you start. Remember, you'll be ready if the spirit thinks you're ready. Okay, my husband woke. My husband woke me up. It felt so real. We were going to go into the sky from what it looked like before I woke up. Yes, that sounds beautiful. We need to go back to them. Stars are all UFOs, alien stars are all connected. Please look into Tim Choloko and Baba Creepy's content again when the time comes to comprehend it. You may not understand it. Yes, we'll try. The UFO alien dolphin water connection is connectivity to Abalozi. Okay, that's interesting. Do you have to transfer to initiate within the spirits? I'm in the US. I'm not near any real bodies of water, and other ancestors see to be overprotective and don't want me to trust. Okay. I've heard of, yes, Zama, well, yes, what you're saying is true. I've heard of these things as well. They have told me things about this world I'm scared to speak about. In fact, Mama Krejomito connected the whistling of the dolphin to the sinus, to the Sirius constellation and stars, which also shows up as Umlozi, which is whistling. Okay, all right, that sounds interesting. But I always want to go on the spiritual beach. I want to go raw with and what they call it, with information directly from my people, because they can directly give it to you. I always like, I always encourage people to go direct, unless if your people are giving you information and then they are sending you somewhere to get extra more information, so that what they're saying to you makes it clear. When it comes to astrology kind of things, I haven't yet been given opportunity by my people to go in them, so I haven't. I can't even go into it and look at the things and hear what people are saying, because I don't have information. Otherwise, I'll be clouding myself with too much information. I'll be like, when my ancestors are coming, or the spirits or whatever entities is coming with the information, I'll be in the dream trying to process the information that I've seen, which has happened to me before. Information that I've seen. And then when I'm saying it to my people, and my people are saying, what are you talking about? And then it's not, I have to go through corrections of the things I've learned, relearning as well, spiritually, relearning about things that I thought I've learned the right way. So when it comes to information, I prefer to go organic with my people, unless if they're directed towards someone for particular information at that time. Now, when it comes to Mandawe spirit, Mandawe spirits, they are with us, a lot with us. Remember that as well, Mandawe spirits, they can see where you are. It doesn't mean that some places they've got water, some places they don't have water. And Mandawe spirits are well aware of that, even though they're water spirits. But when they come into you, they will direct you. Remember that the reason why remember that it rains. It rains. It rains. Right? It rains. Even if there's no water body around you, it rains. Isn't it? It rains. All that water comes from the rain, some of it. It rains. So from the rain, you'll get the water. So there is that water body which is direct, right? So when I'm saying water body, the water of the rain. So when Mandawi spirits are coming to you, they will come to you whether you are near water or whether you're not near water. So they will come to you. And as well, they will direct you. They will take you one step at a time. They will take you one step at a time to teach you about them and to teach you about what is expected of you with the cloth that you carry as well. You understand? They'll teach you one step at a time. That is the Mandawi spirit. Hey, it's 3 hours. We've been talking. Yes, it's good to go there directly. I'm just guiding everyone with regards to who already came and knew it and taught it. It is subject that rarely unpacked, as very few have these encounters. Yes, we'll look into it. We'll look into it, Zaramai. We'll look into it. I'll look into it to see what you're talking about. Especially, I'm interested to hear about this serious and the whistling bit, just to hear it. Yes, I'll see it. I'll look into it. I'll look into that. Yes, I have connected with the rain. My husband thinks I'm crazy. Yes. Yes, we're connecting with different things. Guys, we've been talking for too long. Come on now. You need to sleep. Your ancestors need to start practicing. Like, remember that they are now actually watching this channel as you're watching it. They are looking at me, and then they are creating scenarios now. They're going to even put me in those dreams of yours. And then you're going to be thinking that, is this a message? Because they've seen you watching me for too long, right? So they're now creating it. They are showing you, ooh, we've even seen you watching. Now we are inserting her there in the dream state to give you the message. Because when we are giving it to you, you are not listening, my child. Now we're going to send Makhosi to give you the message about exactly the same thing that we've been giving you. But it looks like you can hear properly when it's Makhosi, right? And then they give you the message, and I come there laughing. I say, hi, you people. I use those snails. The snails. It is divination bones. And then you get a message. You'll be here tomorrow telling me, should I come to you for divination bones? And they ask you, what do you mean? And you'll be like, you were in the dream telling me about divination bones. I'll say, but what did I say? And you were like a bit giggling and telling me that snail, it's a divination bones. And I said, but that was the message. Anyway, they have me watch your videos often. That's why I follow you. Makhosi. Yes, Makhosi. Makhosi. It's time to go to school. It's time to go to school. Dream school, yes. It's time to go to school. It was a long and amazing live stream. Yes. Guys, let's go and prepare our ancestors for the in the dream state. Let's go and play those roles. Remember, the most important message here, is that ancestors, when they create those dreams, those scenarios, ancestors, spirits, and guides, even when they're testing us, they can be beaten. Remember that here I'm talking about people who runs too much. We should face them. Right? We should face them. Hear them out. Right? We should face them, hear them out. We should become lions in those dreams. Lions are not just scared for no reason, right? Why would you scare a lion? Just like that. Lions, and we should be in those dreams. We should become lions. We should become those things. Sea animals, the sharks. Those aliens, we should turn into them. Deal with them the way that we're supposed to deal with them. Meaning that, remember that We should be able to approach them, and they should be able to approach us. But the same respect that they're giving us, we should give it back to them. Not run away. No, 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 no. Running is not good. Your shoes, you'll get these shoes, when you run a lot, the soles, they go. Even you start even have, especially if you're old like me, the knees start being painful. Running on those roads, marathon is not expected in the gym. You should stop it. You should stop it and face whatever it is that you're supposed to face. In the dream, we practice to be the best of what we can be. Remember that in the dream, we show our ancestors, sometimes, especially when they're correcting us, oh gosh, the correction, especially when we're doing something wrong in real life, nothing to do with ancestors and throwing bones. Like Jay talking to people on a regular basis, and they can see that people are taking advantage of us. They take us to the dream state to show us that how we're supposed to deal with people, stand our grounds. They take us to the dream, and then they put us amongst people who will be fearful of, and then we deal with that fear. We overcome it, so that when we come out of the dream state, when we deal with real life people, we deal with them, be strong, right? Be strong. Now, when we are learning, when our ancestors are teaching us about beautiful things like the divination bones, they are carrying, they're showing us, they're giving to us in hand. Sometimes remember that a lot of us, these divination bones, we didn't inherit them, we didn't find them. Like others who find their great-grandpeople have left the divination bones for them to carry, to continue with that path. Some of us, we didn't get them. So that means we'll start collecting one by one. One by one. They show you something, you go, copy and paste, you get it, you have it. In 3 months' time, they show you another one, piece, you collect it, you put it, 2 divination bones. Then they go and show you something else. You're going out there, you collect it, you put it, 3 divination bones. When you're ready, when they're ready to work with you, remember that you would have collected all the information, all the things that they want you to collect, and they show them. The ancestors, they will show you now, they start teaching you. You throw like this, my child. Or you blow them like this. This is how you do things. But when they're showing us things and we don't be creative and get the symbolism, giving is giving. And sometimes when they're giving us something, it doesn't mean that they will give it to us physically, something will be handed to you. No, they are just handing it to you spiritually, metaphorically giving you something. So look at it. Look at it, what it is that they're giving you. You go and get it, if you can get it at this particular time. Now, when it comes to ancestral cloth as well, very, very important to get it. As soon as they show it, if you can, remember, if you can afford to buy it. And remember that with ancestors as well, we should always ask them for that money. We should ask them for that money. We should. We can't be suffering and then they're there. They should give us something, right? Remember that spiritual, I'm talking about spiritual. When we ask for something, they should give us some information. If they can give us information about doing the bones, throwing the bones, and they tell us these tricks mean this, they should be able to tell us about how to make money, right? So we should give them that opportunity to tell us the things that we need most. Relationships, we should not be played. Sometimes we stay there because obviously we want love, isn't it? And as well, at least we're getting something satisfied. But we should not stay somewhere where we should not feel like we are taken, where you feel like there's someone taking advantage of you and stuff like that. And ancestors, I mean, remember that even though they will have shown you something and sometimes you didn't listen or didn't understand. But even when you're meeting someone for the first time and you think, might be lacking, look into this person. I'm going to be spiritually working with you, dealing with you in dreams. I don't want to be lying down next to someone and I wake up, I'm trying to write a dream. Someone say, you're disturbing my peace with the light. Turn that damn thing off. What are you talking to? It doesn't make sense. You're talking about dreams. It doesn't make sense. Which ancestors are going to be listening to that? Which ancestors are going to want you to deal with something like that? The relationship is not going to go anywhere, right? Because ancestors, spirits and guides, remember, for some of us, they come first. I don't know about others, but for some of us, ancestors, spirits and guides, and the source come first. The others, they follow, right? Spiritually, if you're going to be a spiritual person, a healer, if against, then against me. Because ancestors you're carrying, if someone is against you and the people you're carrying, remember, they cannot just be against the people you're carrying, they're against you as well, indirectly against you, but because you're physically there, they're talking to you, it might look like they're just only against the people you're carrying, but it just means you remember that you're one. So ancestors, they will like people around us, people who will encourage us to continue the path that they know that is good for us, these relationships. Others, a lot of things. Remember, you always go back to them. Go back to them. You can't get it wrong. You get a dream, you don't understand, you go back. They still reply, you don't understand, you go back. That one is very important. Always, always, always go back. And when they cut you off things, you should not be in it. If they cut things, like you start seeing your spirit doesn't want to be in a particular place, doesn't want to be you watching things, you on being on the phone, take them away. Because your spirit, the time that, at that particular time, your spirit is going to be dealing with you seriously. So you can't be around things, that information that is going to distract you on your path. So it's just temporary, isn't it? That one might be temporary. So just observe those things and then remember that we want these beautiful names that you've been sharing with us. These beautiful, beautiful, important names. And we are thankful, Makhosi, for your ancestors, for allowing you to share these beautiful names with us. There's nothing as beautiful. There's nothing more as beautiful as what you've done today, sharing these beautiful names with us. It's beautiful, and I hope that as well you can carry the names that the ancestors have given you with pride as well. With pride, because with those names there comes very important things. With names, we will excel, we'll go too far with those names. Those names will make people see us coming from far. With those names, the respect that comes with those names, the ancestors, they don't just sit around for 2 days and give you a name. No. Ancestors, they take their time with the name that they give us. They take their time. And they've looked at everything and how you would have been doing in your spiritual path. And they give you that name. They give you the name. They themselves give you the name. So we should give them with pride. Magwandi, Makhosi, Togoza, Kamagu, Ewela, Makadi, Zgomu, and even those those are going to do their greetings. Please bear with me. I'm still learning as well. Khanyang.